do I get my chat box? Docs. Where's my chat box? Oh, there's my chat box. All right, we're live. Let's do it. We can get rid of that. We don't need the Uddy thing anymore. We're not part of the Uddy generation. Not part of the Uddy generation. Papa Morph, you're the first one. It's Oompa, you're the second one. Lovely to have you on board. We're going to wait for Catherine to join. The team is reunited this evening. The team is reunited this evening. Back. Visionary, I'm afraid you're not first. You're third, my darling. You're third, my darling. But it's so nice that you tried. Not everybody tries. I'm afraid you're being by. It's Oompa in second and Papa Morph in third. First. It's not a... It is... Oh, this. Oh, this. Oh, yeah, it heats up. It's a heated jacket. Yeah, that's it. Magic. Evening, P. Harper. It's lovely to have you, everybody, here this evening. I'm looking forward to seeing my mate, Boily. Zermatt, guten Abend, mein Herr. Hast du Geschwister? Thinking about getting a haircut. Thinking about going short. Jim Bowen is raiding us. Jim, I hope you had a lovely stream. Fancy seeing you here. On my PlayStation, it said you were playing... Well, it looked like it said you were playing Call of Duty. I'm fantastic, Jason. Thank you so much. I'm just waiting for my Queen Catherine to join me. It said you were playing Call of Duty. It looked like you were playing Call of Duty. And then I looked on your stream and you were playing The Marbles. Jenna was watching Disney Plus. Oh, okay. Well, that would be it then. That would be it. I've sent Catherine the Zoom. Zoom. I want my beard trimmed. Maybe I'll get it done tomorrow after the show. We're live. The computer game show are live. Everybody's live. Alex! Lovely to see you. Feels like ages since we've seen you. Thank you for the sub. Free show tonight. Free show tomorrow. We will be plugging our Patreon because this is what these free shows are for. Although I think we've reached peak Patreon. Dave! Missed you, mate. I think we've reached peak Patreon. And I don't think we're going to get any more. It went down quite a bit this month. Quite a bit this month. But that's okay. That's okay. It's still worth doing. Love free stuff, and you love me, Simon. I love you too. Your beard's falling out, Liam. Is it some form of alopecia? No, that's all right, Alex. No need to apologise. It's nice to have you back with us. I hope you're on the mend. Can still be shit. The Rona can be very, very shit. Right, I haven't changed any of the settings that I need to change. So, Catherine, just stay there because I need to change my settings. So you're the output there. Catherine, could you mind speaking to the ladies and gentlemen?
Hello, of course I don't mind speaking.
There we go.
One of my main hobbies.
We got a show. We've had a couple of WhatsApp video calls, but I haven't physically smelt your stench for well over 2 weeks now.
Smell nice tonight. I had a little wash. I didn't go mad. I had a little wash and put on some perfume just because I know that I smell good. I think that adds an extra bit of confidence to a person.
Would you excuse me for 1 second because I see Nellie's in the room and I just want to pour myself a lovely cup of tea, Nellie.
I smashed one of those that was originally yours, but then Nellie spoilt it.
Pour myself a lovely cup of tea. from my Beatles teapot. Lady, thank you for the sub. I didn't listen to a word you said then, Catherine.
I know, because you didn't show any remorse.
What did you say?
I said I smashed my one of those that I'd bought you as a little surprise, and then Nelly pipped me.
Oh, yeah. Nellie's a bastard.
These are shit. So I had one. It was them walking across Abbey Road. But unfortunately, they won't walk anymore.
Oh, well, two of them won't.
They're walking into the bin.
A strong curtain game, says Alex. Very strong curtain game. Is Nellie there? Did Nellie even see me pour a cup of tea from that pot? Did I just waste that pot shot?
I would have seen you if it had been my teapot.
Nellie, are you there, you piece of trash? Goddamn piece of tea. This is lovely stuff, says Nellie. What is it? Are you live? Where are you? What's going on? So, haven't seen you, haven't physically felt your presence. Just her presence, guys. All right?
Like Darth Vader.
You can leave any time you want, Catherine. You know that. Haven't felt your presence for over a couple of weeks because you've been away. I was a bit poorly.
You were riddled with disease.
Well, here's the thing, right? So, I had the Rona. Nellie's making dumplings. Well, Nellie, you might have missed this then, mate.
Is that a euphemism?
So, I had the Rona. And then I went back to work. I got a feeling I went back to work too quickly because then the week after I went insane. Really low bipolar swing, which I'm kind of crawling out of. Don't know what that is. Which I'm kind of, it's coming and going, but a big existential thing. But I also went crazy, right? And years and years ago, I lost a green Nicole Fari jacket that I loved.
It was nice. It was like a fitted military one, khaki green.
And I've been
epaulets, I remember.
Epaulets. I've been constantly looking for it. Every 6 months, 12 months, I go, I wonder. It's about 8 years ago I lost this. So the day that I had a migraine and I had a really low swing last week, so I took a day off work, which went down really well. And I just shopped. Went on Depop. I thought, I'm going to look on all these secondhand websites. Depop, Spock, and Vinted, and eBay for it, right? Couldn't find it. But I bought a nice Nicole Fari jacket, nice, quite heavy coat, which is
all right,
nice.
Describe.
I can show you.
Yes, use the visuals. It's interesting that I'm going to ask him how much he paid for it because part of tomorrow's plan is to photograph a load of things I'm going to put on Vinted. I've set up my account. I'm going to, let's see. Oh, look at that.
Nice colour.
Stand up. Back it up for me. That's working. I
like this. So I bought this, right? And I bought a shirt, which still hasn't come yet. And it's all Nicole Fari. Nicole Fari shirt it's like a dress shirt, but it's green.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
What colour green?
Dark green. Great. Well, then that hasn't come yet. So that arrived. And then a package arrived that I thought was the green Nicole Fari shirt, right? So I didn't open it. And then I opened it a few days later and went, what is this? And it was a Banana Republic jacket. Hey, Joe. It's a banana. I thought, what? I have no recollection of buying this.
You don't remember going to the Republic of Banana?
No. So it didn't fit. I thought, it was 25 quid. But luckily there was a tear on it. It's just from Depop. There was a tear on it, so I could send it back, which is very lucky. Then another package came, right? I thought, that's the green shirt. I won't open it. And then another package came. I thought, what the fudge? There are two things. I opened them both up. Neither of them were the green shirt.
Oh, shit.
They were two more shirts that I have absolutely no memory of ordering.
And you can't even say it was wine time because you don't drink.
No. Do you know what? They're really nice shirts. Stay there. Let me go and get them for you.
Here we go. We're going to get the fashion show. Oh, they're upstairs. It's serious. You can't see, and I'm glad you can't see because this room is like a warehouse. I have been watching a lot of Trini, from Trini and Susanna. She's not the same as she was before, and actually she's really fun to watch. But she's the one who's, because I bought too many clothes back in the day, and also I don't live the life of going into work in London anymore. So I've got a load of clothes that are for a different me, right? So I've got a rail full of them here to my left, and I'm going to put loads of them on Vinted. But I'm going to start with a few because I've heard mixed reactions. Some people say that you get a lot of people messing about and trying to haggle you down,
Oh, really?
is what I've heard.
The prices are really cheap.
And I've also heard of people putting things up there and them not shifting. But I've got some really nice things. And you know the tragic and shameful thing? Some of these things have still got tags on.
That's life.
Because I think at certain points in my life, I've been shopping for a different life. It's like wishful thinking or optimism. Oh, at some point, I'm going to look great in this. I'm going to go out dancing. Right. So now I don't do that anymore. I don't do that anymore. So that's going because not only do they not fit, they don't fit my lifestyle anymore, but they also are not for me. And they weren't ever for me.
Lou's saying you didn't haggle, Ian? No, I didn't haggle. I can't haggle.
No. I mean, I don't know what the prices are like on there. Is it expensive?
Well, I have no idea. I don't remember buying any of these things. Alex says, I miss TLNA COD nights. Coming back Sundays, 5 o'clock. You want to see the shirts? Which I have no recollection of buying. So both Nicole Fari. Just a very nice, solid...
What colour is that? Grey or green?
It's a very, very dark green. Very dark green.
Again, that sort of military green. Now but we know that favours. There's nothing wrong with that.
Now wait till you see this shirt. No recollection of buying it. I flipping love it. Look at that.
Come closer, come closer. Oh, hello. That's great.
It's like a pair of Maharishi trousers from the late 90s.
Beautiful.
Nice, isn't it?
Do you know what I love?
Yep.
Is that the Ian that I used to know wouldn't dare put that on.
I love that. I've got no idea of when I bought it. And the shirt that I do remember buying still hasn't turned up.
Promise me something though.
Yeah.
Don't save it for best.
Oh, you're right. I bought a load of nice shirts from a charity shop that I've not had a chance to wear yet.
Get them worn.
You know what? I'm going to do it. So really, I'm loving that. I'm thinking of getting my hair cut short and choppy again. Like the Deep from COVID Ian has got great taste. He really has, hasn't he, Joe? No recollection of buying those at all. They arrived. I'm like, what? I had to go on to my eBay. They were from eBay. One was from eBay. One was from... I had to go onto my accounts and go, did they send me the wrong shirt? No, I ordered this.
Wow.
I mean, this is beautiful.
I admire the chutzpah, and I know it did take a little bit of a chutzpah.
So I want to get oh, for goodness sakes.
What am I referencing? The Deep. What's this haircut?
Oh, so the Deep from The Boys. I finished The Boys, by the way. What a show. What a bleak... No spoilers, because I know some people have started watching it as a result of me watching it. So this is... Let me see if I can find a picture of his hair. Okay, so I'm going to share screen.
I got it, yeah.
Share screen. Here we go. Zoom screen. I'm going to make you bigger.
Bigger still?
Thank you.
Where are his genitals? Have they been smoothed off?
Yeah, they kind of have. He's got gills, and he
who needs a penis?
Oh, you can't own it.
Maybe he's got a cloaca. What is his special skill?
His special skill is shit. He can just like go into... Oh, he can talk to fish and stuff.
Boring. They don't remember anything.
This hair here, you can't really see it. That short. I want to go short and choppy again.
Do it. It's only hair. Grow back if you don't like it.
It might do, mightn't it? It might do. So I might...
It will.
Okay, I might...
You're talking to a woman who never has the same haircut for more than 6 months.
I might... Hey, Harsh, nice to see you. It's a bold... I don't know if I want to go that bold yet. He does do Unspeakables with Sea Life, yeah.
Does he?
Yeah, there's a great scene where he's married and he says, I really want to bring a third partner into the relationship. She's like... No, please, just meet her, And he reaches in a fish tank and pulls out an octopus.
Where does that go? Don't tell me.
The Boys is the most outrageous show I've ever seen. So I might get my hair cut short tomorrow. I don't know. It took me so long to come up with this.
Well, ride the vibe.
Exciting radio week. So I was on LBC. It's me doing the rounds of all my old channels. I was on LBC with James O'Brien. And then Saturday night, 10:10, I'm live with Justin Dealey on BBC Three Counties Radio.
Brilliant. I know that guy.
And then Monday morning, I'm on Julia Hartley-Brewer's show and talk to... Yeah, so I'm doing the rounds of all the radio stations that let me go. And I've been a very good boy on them.
Yeah.
Why do people say to James O'Brien, first-time caller, long-time listener? Because that's not the line. The line is, as I said... a long-time listener, first-time caller.
Yeah.
People have been getting it the wrong way around for ages.
I think they're being defiant.
I think they're idiots.
Everyone knows that that's the rule. Why on earth would they want to deviate unless they're deviants?
My sister sent me we're going to be all over the shop tonight.
Mm.
Free show tonight. Free show. We do these free shows and hope that we can temptate you to our Patreon, where we do 2 shows a week. Tonight and tomorrow are free. Normally, they would be behind a paywall for the price of just 2 coffee, less than 2 coffees a month.
And not
The
even
link
posh
is in the
ones.
chat. Not even posh ones. You can sign up $4.99 a month plus VAT. You get access to the 2 shows each week and a library of hundreds of hours of podcasts and videos and all these things. This show gets converted into a podcast. You get this as well. Sign up $4.99. I think we've reached peak Patreon, if I'm completely honest. I don't think we're going to go any higher.
But we
That's
have been
okay.
wrong before.
I think so.
I mean, I'm never wrong, but sometimes you're wrong.
Happy Shark Comedy is subscribed. Thank you very much. Happy Shark. We're doing a show with Happy Shark, December the 18th, Luton Bear Club. And I realised we haven't plugged it.
Or thought about what we're going to do.
Have we sold any tickets, Happy Shark? Have we sold any tickets? In fact, let me get the link up for that. What would I type? Let's go to Happy Shark Comedy, because we can start promoting that now. Happy Shark Comedy, Ian Lee, Catherine Boyle.
Christmas fun times.
Only about 25 tickets left.
What?
What?
No, you're joking.
Shut up. No, really? That's August. That's 2021. I can never find it. Always take. There we go. We got tickets. We got tickets. Is that a good link? There's the link. 25 tickets left. Liam, you got to book it, mate. You got to book it. You got to book it. Stacey says he doesn't want to be there because he hates us. Fair play. I respect that. I can
understand. It's understandable.
Patty! She's just opened the bin. Oh, I can hear she's just opened the bin.
Sods.
Is the Luton Show going to be online? If you're a £15 and above, you get a free digital ticket. Otherwise, we'll be selling digital tickets for £5 nearer the date.
Mm-hmm.
They've got no idea what we're going to do.
Patty going in the bin has reminded me that unfortunately my cats seem to have leveled up while I was away last week.
Yeah.
And when I say level up, I mean literally leveled up. I used to keep all the catables, all the like bread, dreamies, kids stuff that I didn't want to be eaten by cats on top of the fridge.
Yeah. What? You're an idiot.
They know now.
Out in the open?
They know now.
Of course they know.
They know. And I know because they left the debris strewn around the floor like, ha!
Yeah. Why would you leave that out in the open?
I always have. It's never been a problem. But obviously they've had time to explore. I also think the fact that now I have a air fryer next to the fridge means that they have a step.
Yeah, that's what that'll be.
Absolute shitbag. Unbelievable. I found a dried up. I thought, oh my God, is that a mummified turd? No, hairball. Have that.
There was some cat sick by that sofa the other day, and I couldn't be bothered to clean it up. That's the disgusting state of my life. Then 2 days later, it was gone.
Someone ate it.
But then a day later, it was back.
A phantom.
Did someone just go past your curtain?
I saw that.
What was that? There was someone there, right?
It must have been a cat hair, right? But I haven't moved anything that would emit a cat hair. There are no cats in this room. I saw it.
Someone just went past your curtain.
I saw it. Could someone
You're
clip
on the
that?
first floor, though, right?
The curtains are closed.
Oh, I thought that was a gap in the curtain. Okay.
No, it's black.
Something went past it. Did
I
anyone
saw
see
something
that?
go down, like I'm not going to say an orb.
It's
But
pipes.
you know, Clinton would have a field day.
It's pipes.
It's not pipes.
What is? Oh, Pipes is from Ghostwatch, which I've never seen.
Oh, I've got a link to it. We can watch it if you want.
No, I don't fancy it. It's 30 years ago. But my sister sent me a podcast that dealt with Pipes, that dealt with Ghostwatch, right?
Mate, I sent you that podcast.
What? The criminal?
The Battersea thing.
No. Talking about Ghostwatch. You sent me the Battersea thing, which I've been listening to with my boys, and we got to like episode 3 or 4, and there was a seance taking place and chanting, and my youngest went, can we stop it now, please? No. So my sister sent me this brilliant podcast called Criminal, right? Oh, balls, what am I trying to do here? And it talks about that, but it's got a more it's all about kind of pranks and things, right? How do I share sound? Hang on a minute. Should automatically share sound, I think. So that was cool, right? But it's also got this thing about this prank call that, well, can I play? Let's play a little bit of it.
This podcast is brought to you
Let's
by
jump.
Dash Hudson.
And put it into the recipient. Was the donor dead? Because that heart was beating.
Soon it became clear that the medical world was divided.
Hang on.
You could.
I told you I'd written it. And she said, oh, yeah.
Hang on.
Job, but there was no way he was going to say no. He hosted the show each weekday morning with another DJ,
Listen to this.
Gene Bean Baxter.
So it's an American mid-morning show, right?
Kevin says they got up around 4 a.m. every day to start getting ready. The format was they'd play 4 songs an hour and talk 4 times an hour.
See if this next bit sounds familiar to you.
Sometimes it wouldn't be until the songs were fading that they'd come up with what they'd talk about.
That was us.
Yeah.
Kevin says that every day they'd try to find a way to get people to call in. And one day, they came up with an idea they called Confess Your Crime.
It started out as just everybody commits crimes, however small they may be. Maybe you go 56 in a 55 mile per hour. That's committing a crime. So, you know, there's a whole scale of sizes of the crimes that you commit. So we thought it would be funny for people to call in and tell us the crime that they had done and most likely gotten away with. And, you know, we thought it would be stupid stuff like I stole a car.
Okay, so that's it, you know, confessions phone in.
Yeah.
This is like 25, 30 years ago.
And then this person calls and says, I think I may have killed my girlfriend.
One 106.7 K-Rock, it's KROQ, Wednesday morning, 10 till 9, we're doing Confess Your Crime.
So people are phoning up saying, oh, I didn't pay a speeding fine. I kept my library books back, all of that. And then this guy calls in.
We have some more on hold, and let's go to those now. Hello. Hi, what's your name?
Yeah, I'd really rather not say.
You want to confess a crime this morning?
Yeah, I heard you guys talking, and I just kind of, I don't know. I just kind of felt like I really needed to tell somebody about this.
This guy sounds serious. Well, what happened? Tell us about it.
Well, I had this, girlfriend for, like about 6 years, and we were right on the verge of getting married and all this stuff. And
He's lying.
Okay.
I came home and I caught her with somebody.
You caught your girlfriend with another man?
Yeah,
Okay.
and a good friend of mine, as a matter of fact.
Oh, really? All right.
And,
So what'd you do?
And honestly, I don't know what happened, really. I don't know if she's,
Sir, what are you saying?
well, I don't know if she's, I don't even know if she's still, if she made it through, actually.
Sir, is there a chance, seriously, that you might have killed your girlfriend?
Yeah, I know I did.
Sir, let us try to get you some help. Can you hold on the phone just a minute?
I think I'd really better go.
I mean, if you want us to get you in contact
No,
with
I've been.
somebody. Hello? Hello?
Right. Now, he didn't kill his girlfriend. The feature wasn't working, so they phoned up their stoner mate and said, "Look, we're doing this thing. The calls are boring. Can you phone up with something a bit juicy?
Yeah.
Right, do something juicy." So he phones up and says, "Oh, I think I killed my girlfriend." It becomes huge, right? The sheriff gets involved, detectives get involved. It goes on the TV. It's on like America's Most Wanted kind of thing. They set up a hotline and they get all of these calls about missing women, and it goes on and on and on. And these two presenters are like, "Holy fuck, we're in big trouble. Okay, let's just deny everything," right? So they deny everything, and it goes on for months and months and months, and it's huge. And then the guy who their mate, who is a stoner, gets a job at the radio station as a presenter.
Oh God, they recognise his voice.
No, but off mic, he phones them up during one of the shows, off air, and talks about it. But the producer heard it. And the producer goes to the boss of the station saying, "I think we've got a bit of a problem here. It was all a prank." It is such a good listen. It's so well done. Here's the spoiler. 25 years later, they're still in the slot, and the station nearly got closed down. If they, it goes to their equivalent of Ofcom, and Ofcom could have closed them down. It is so good. So thank you to my sister.
Wow.
So it's kind of about pranks. The first half is Ghost Watch, then it does a bit about Orson Welles' War of the Worlds, and then it does that. And it did that, and the War of the Worlds really reminded me of when we time traveled on Talk Radio.
Was that before or after the zombie apocalypse?
The time travel was after the zombie apocalypse, wasn't it?
Yeah, wouldn't make sense otherwise, would it?
We met ourselves up on the roof. That was something special. We did that on Talk Radio. Just like I used to host the Drive Time show on LBC, on Talk Radio, we did a zombie apocalypse where Catherine and I met ourselves from the future.
Imagine if that was the first show you ever heard.
We were going to do a sequel to it, and we weren't there long enough.
No.
To do the sequel, and we can never quite. Pats, could you not walk on that, please, my darling? We can never quite work out what the sequel was going to be.
And also, we had to leave it a reasonable length of time so people wouldn't go, "Oh, they're at it again."
Yeah. But I think in the sequel, the people that were presenting the show from the day after that show were the future us. Yes. and present us.
We were the right ones.
Yeah, present us had gone, and future us were going to be the ones that were presenting the show from then on. So thank you, Joe, for recommending that. I really, really enjoyed that. There looks like there's some really cool episodes as well, so I'm going to flick through those at some point and have some of those. But that was hello, my darling Patty. When Patty lived in a tent because she broke her pelvis.
Yeah, I remember when Patty couldn't stop farting.
Yeah, she still farts.
I don't think she's as bad.
£9,500 to fix a cat. But yeah, that was some show. We've had some fun. Fun.
I've had cause to look back on those things recently, and it's you tell people about it, and it sounds like bullshit.
I asked some people what they would like. Oh, that's a guffin. I asked Patreon, look, what kind of stuff would you like? And a few people have said they wouldn't mind us going over some old shows of ours and doing like a director's commentary.
Okay.
So I'm totally up for that. Maybe you can listen to an old LBC show with me as well, if you'd be up.
Yeah, I would love that.
I'd be keen, because you didn't know me then,
no.
And you wouldn't know me for about another 4, 5, 6 years. So I'm keen to hear what you make of that guy and those shows. So I think we'll do that. A few people asked for that. What about the time you rang the actual FBI? I think we've done that a couple of times, haven't we? I mean, you're just ringing up the reception to the FBI. You ain't talking to Secret Agent Fraser or something. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that next week for a Patreon show. Maybe it's easier if you're here for it. So maybe next Friday.
Yeah.
We'll do that. We'll listen to some old shows. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Okay.
Tomorrow night, 7:30, we've got Jim Bob on from Carter USM. I've also got him on the radio show tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning. So it's National Jim Bob Day. I think I'm going to get my hair cut short and choppy.
Do it.
I think I'm going to do it.
If I'd have had more time to think this time around, I might have got a different haircut. I was in the middle of something yesterday, a massive clear out. Not a euphemism, actual clear out. And
what would that be a euphemism for? A shit?
Toilet, yeah.
Fucking hell, Kath.
Which, of
Come
course,
on,
I don't
mate.
do. And when I do, it's just glitter and rainbows.
Oh,
There's
for
nothing to wipe.
goodness sakes. What a horrible woman.
But anyway, so I was in the middle of that, surrounded by stuff, and my phone bleeps, and it's my hairdresser going, okay, I know I'm due to come over later on, but can I come now? And my initial thought was, no, for the love of God, no. And then I went, wait a minute. Actually, yeah, that would be brilliant. It would make me sit down and just do nothing for an hour, and also be a nice little treat. So I had a surprise haircut yesterday, and she did my colour and everything. I was thinking about putting a bit of different stuff in it, but then I realised that there was nothing wrong with the colour of my hair. It's just that my dark roots were making me washed out. So sorted that out. We're done.
I'm going short tomorrow. I got a busy day tomorrow. I'm going to get my hair cut straight after the show, go short. Then I've got an architect coming around. I had this crazy idea of getting an extension, getting 2 bedrooms added to the house. This was all during the hyper phase. So I got an extension. But one architect came around and he said, well, yeah, we can do this, this and this. I said, could we convert the garage? He said, no, because you need parking and you'd need more parking and you need that for whatever. And I said, all right, well, what would it cost?
Why would you need more parking?
He reckons there is a rule that is in Bucks County that you need to have a certain amount of parking for. I didn't understand it. He's an architect. I'll ask this guy tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because my ideal thing would build the living room out a bit, connect it to the garage, convert the garage, 2 bedrooms, bishy bashy boshy.
Yeah.
Anyway, I said I've got no roughly what would this cost? 75, 100 grand.
But that's never true, is it?
And of course, he's not a build, but no, it's probably more. And of course, I had to go, yeah. Okay, yeah, well, that's doable. That's doable.
Yeah, it's considered bad manners to cry at that point, I think.
Jim says, yeah, I keep getting hot and cold. We had to do that, had to get an extra parking space when you got an extension. That's nuts,
You've got quite a big drive, though. What would that...
I could get 3 on there. But there apparently has to be a certain size. Each parking space has to be a certain size. Yeah, Liam, it'd be more than 100 grand. I didn't have a clue. My hyper head was going, I don't know, get 50 grand. I couldn't even afford 50 grand. But yeah, it would be too much money. No guarantee you'd get planning permission from the council. Shut up, Nelly. But that would
So
be
is
nice.
that what you're saying, Nelly, to not ask for planning permission and to just do it on the sly? Is that what you're suggesting?
Remember at 3 Counties, there was this millionaire built this massive extension on this house, right?
But he did it behind like an outhouse or something, so you couldn't see it.
Yeah, and then the council went, nah.
We'll have that down, please.
And he went, no. And he just, because he was so rich, he could afford to go to court and just like pay any fines and then go, nah, we're not doing it.
Yeah.
Nah, we're not doing it.
I think in the end they did make him modify, didn't they? But he stretched it out for ages. Oh, right.
Caterfer says we're in the midst of a big build. Mandula says a giant haystack.
It was something like that. It was crazy.
But yeah, I would love to add an extra 2 bedrooms for personal reasons. But just where are you going to get the money from these days? Last month was the first month since June 2020 where my savings account went up a little bit.
Mine's doing the opposite at the moment.
Not massive, but it went up a little bit. Go on, sorry.
Mine's gone. But this is a transitional phase and I have faith. I have irons in fires. Is what I'm telling myself so I don't freak out.
Yeah, it's tough times. Jimbo's going to lend me a £5. Thank you, Jimbo. Appreciated. Not sure when I can pay it back, but thanks very much. Yeah, and the reason my account went up is counselling played a big part of it.
Mm.
We added a kitchen and a bedroom. Would have apparently have cost almost double now. Apparently, says Jim Adebo. Yeah, I mean, I can't afford to do it. I would love to do it.
I wonder whether the prices might come down because no one is going to do anything if it's too expensive at the moment.
No. They've gone up because materials are well expensive now. Thanks, Brexit. Primarily, it's not just Brexit. get another mortgage. Boy, oh boy, I thanked my mortgage advisor today because my mortgage ended. My rate ends in December, but I could renew it, from about a month ago. And so when the mortgages went up after Kwasi Kwarteng, thank you, Ryan. Thank you for the follow. The computer game show is streaming right now.
Sorry, excuse me.
Bless you. So when the mortgages went up, I got in touch with the mortgage advisor and said, can I change? He said, yeah, you've just literally last week, you've been able to change. This is it. And it went up 450 quid a month, right? And I was going, well, should I sign up to this? Might it drop? And then, of course, mortgages have shot up again today. So I wrote to Bill saying, Bill, thank you very much indeed.
I have been in touch with ours, and they said, go to your provider, which is nationwide, because they've got the best record when it comes to retention. So go to them and tell them what the situation is. So that's what I'm going to do tomorrow.
Are you riding the interest rates then? Or are you fixed?
At the moment, it's interest only, which has been working nicely for us while it's been weird, right? But it's just gone through the roof, obviously, and we just can't afford it. So my ex is coming around tomorrow. We're going to phone them up together, and we're going to try and sort it out. Because you can do a certain amount online, but it says if you're interest only at the moment, you need to give us a ring. I know. Terrifying, isn't it?
What a time to be alive. You should move in with me. Mr. Bodell suggested that once when money was really, really tight. He said, why doesn't Catherine move in with you? And first I went, well, that's a really stupid idea. Then I thought, there might be something in that. We live together like the monkeys.
Don't disregard it, is all I would say. Because
oh my God,
heavens knows what's going to happen next month.
That's it. We don't know what's going to happen. I say my savings, 24-hour TLNA, my savings went up by a few £100. First time since I lost my job at Talk, June 2020. And also I had a little spend up as well. I bought the boys a couple of hoodies. What else? I bought something else. It was my first full month, like the Brady Bunch, exactly. It was my first full month. It would be a lot of cats in one house, that's 8. My first full month of counselling. So I kind of spent that. Well, I bought the hoodies. Oh, I topped up. That was it, Gatford. I topped up the Japan Fund. Japan Fund is now locked. It's full. It's where I want it to be. Flights are booked. I've got money for accommodation, and I got money for good times. So yeah, I topped up.
Good times.
Good times.
I like the sound of that.
So I topped
Speaking
up
of
the
good times, here
Japanese
comes Yoshi.
fund.
You'll hear him. There he goes.
Blues Noodler, renting, just waiting for the inevitable rise. Gigs are getting less too because the pubs and venues that have live acts can't afford it anymore. It's a crazy, crazy time, which is why we're so grateful for everyone that has stuck with the Patreon. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's much appreciated. What is the Patreon? Well, some of you are going, we haven't seen you for ages on here. Where have you been? I'll tell you exactly where we've been. Oh, Chaz says, got my first pay packet last week. Now, Chaz has recently qualified as a midwife. £72,000 of student loan to pay back, but to see the actual income earned was joyful. It really is, isn't it? It really, really is. Seeing money, my course was significant. My course was like £8,000, I think, or something like that. But seeing money coming in for something that I've sat for 2 years studying for, amazing. Amazing. Ryan's going to have a look at the Patreon tiers. So very quickly, people go, oh, it's great to see you on Twitch. Where have you been? We've been doing 2 shows a week solidly, but it's behind a paywall. We do it on YouTube. You get emailed a secret link every week. We do them generally Thursdays and Fridays in the evening. Sometimes we might do a morning one, to mix it up a little bit. 2 a week. And they're 2.5, 3 hours long. You get to watch that. You also get a podcast of that, if you'd like, sent straight to your phones. You can watch the show live. You can go back and watch it. And there are hundreds of hours of these YouTube videos, which if you sign up, you get access to. My bloody phone. If you sign up, you get access to. Patreon video is here. What is that nonsense that they are? We're giving you access to a new feature. You can fuck off. You can upload videos straight to it. So, and you also, for crying out loud, you sign up I'm having a right. Must talk about Harry. Remind me to talk about Harry. And yeah, you sign up. You get a link that you drop into your podcast feed, and you get hundreds of hours of podcasts. Starts at $4.99 plus VAT a month. You can sign up any day of the month, and that becomes your starting point. We have a tier that is £15. It's quite a bit of money, but for that you get 2 private Zoom meetings a month with me and Catherine. The other £15 generally there's like between 8 and 15 people that join us for that meeting. An hour long. It's really chilled. It's not a show.
Yeah.
Don't have to have your camera on. Don't have to talk if you don't want. We just sit and it's kind of way more relaxed than this, and people chip in and stuff like that.
And just going back to that monthly payment, it doesn't auto renew, so you get to choose whether you want to. Oh, it does now, does it?
It does. The monthly payment's always auto renewed.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
I thought you could, but you can stop it whenever you want,
right? You
can
stop it whenever you want. You can go up to a tier, come down to a tier. You can disappear for a while. A few people are disappearing.
That's the thing with people being so uncertain.
Yeah, you don't have to explain why you're disappearing. I don't read the exit comments anymore because some of them were mean. And Deli, thank you. Best value Patreon. A lot of Patreons for this price or more will give you 1 show a month, 2 shows a month. We're giving you 2 shows a week. We're going to look at it again in the new year. And I will say for December, we're taking 2 weeks off. But we will keep Patreon open if you want to stick around for that. We will look at it in the new year. And, you know, both of us have got irons in the fire. So, you know, we will see. We'll see where this goes in the new year. But thank you to all of our patrons. If you're listening to this if you're listening to this podcast, the website address to go to is patreon.com/Ian and Catherine. Patreon.com/IAIN and Catherine with a K. I do think, thank you everyone who's saying lovely, lovely things about the Patreon. It's appreciated. Which cat was that? Because I can't
Yoshi.
tell the difference.
He's the biggest.
Right, okay.
He's a big lad, isn't he?
Big dick energy. How old is he? 18 months?
Yeah, about that.
Jeez, so still a baby.
He's still a baby, but no one told him. I think he's still growing. But he's hilarious. Big softy. Very noisy normally.
Andrea says some patrons don't give you anything. What? What? Is it? Hang on a minute. How do we get a piece of that pie?
So what? You pay them? What?
Hang on a minute. Can we set up a Patreon where we don't do anything and see what happens?
What?
I like that. I like the sound of that.
What? How does that? Why would you? How do they?
What?
What?
How does? Is it? No.
What? Come on.
Nothing. Have you lit a fire this autumn? Yes, I have. I've had a few fires. I got some patrons give you early access, then release to everyone a few days later. Oh, right. Clinton. No, Clinton gives you more than that, doesn't he?
He does loads.
Yeah, you get loads of stuff. Andrew says, I've just had to cancel a well-known person. Please don't cancel me. G-Cuff's just subscribed on Twitch. Mandy says, we should all set one up if that's the case. Like it's just a tipping service to keep the stream going. Some are just support of the artist. Some are instead of subbing on Twitch. That's
all right. So there is a show. It's not like they give you literally nothing.
Yeah. As for subbing on Twitch, business. You're getting this for free, so deal with it. If you've got Amazon Prime, link it to your Twitch. You can subscribe to us for free. Please don't pay to subscribe to Twitch. I think it's a con because Amazon take 50% of that. That's just for us. If you want to do that for other channels, then that's totally fine. I would never tell you what to do for other channels. But on our channel, please don't pay to subscribe to Twitch. Twitch is different to Patreon. I'm covering a lot of ground here. So please don't subscribe to pay to subscribe to Twitch because they take. We'd rather you donated the money, links in the chat, or you signed up to Patreon for a month.
Yeah.
Ryan says, one of them I follow is like £1 a month. They do a monthly newsletter for that. They call it a tip jar. Then the second tier is bonus shows. Okay. Oh, there you go. That's all right. Trying to think if there's been any other business. I'm hosting a fireworks event on Saturday, somewhere in the Oxfordshire region.
Yeah.
In front of 20,000 people.
We came up with an idea for your entrance, didn't we?
Andrea says they gave nothing, Catherine. I'm gutted as I've followed them for years.
What?
Well, how many years, Andrea? At what point did you go, you know what? I'm not getting anything. Maybe they're not going to give me anything. Deli, thank you for this.
Can I ask an insensitive question? did they die or something? What?
Are they dead?
Or did they fake their own deaths? How would one go? How would imagine one were to do that?
So I'm hosting this fireworks event. I'm a little bit nervous.
How do you feel about that idea for a big entrance?
Remind me.
I was going to wheel you on in a wheelbarrow, literally wheel you on in a wheelbarrow, looking like Penny for the Guy, right? So it's like, what the hell's going on here? Mm-mm. And then, Katy Perry's firework. He jumps out and gives it 6 now.
Oh, Gatford. A Catherine wheel. That's what you call it if you're pushing a wheelbarrow. It's a Catherine wheel.
Good one. If I had a bell, I'd ring it.
Okay, here is... Oh, God, I might not be ready in time to do Justin's thing. I'm putting the link in the chat if you want to come. It's a tenner, I think, to get in. Oxford Roundtable's 54th charity fireworks display. Oxford Roundtable proudly presents its 54th annual charity fireworks display in South Park, Oxford, Saturday the 5th of November, with the national fireworks champions. Or you get fireworks competitions. Did you know this? They do them in Blackpool.
Competition? What? Like, wait... I've seen it done in the street by that young man who fired a rocket in an extraordinary manner.
Up his ass. Come and watch the spectacular firework display, hugely impressive bonfire, co-hosted by Jack FM, Fun Fair and Catering Village, something for all the family, with all profits going to local charities and good causes.
Great.
OxfordFireworks.co.uk. So I'm going to be hosting. I'm hosting that. I'm nervous because I'm not really standing on the stage, getting the crowd going kind of guy.
You will ace it. I can understand the nerves because this is a party that you did not throw.
Yeah.
But you'll be great.
I get hot and cold really quickly. It'll be a lot of fun. Do a James Gordon and recreate Peter Kay's Phoenix Nights fire safety scheme, word for word. So if you come, if you see me wandering around there, come and say hello. I think you're going to come, aren't you, Boyley? Mm-hmm. I'll treat you to a hot dog.
Whoop, whoop.
Terrible. Hey, it's Sinjin. Hey, you goober.
I like that guy.
I like that guy a lot. Sinjin at some point is going to play Gorilla Tag with me, my youngest, and your youngest if she wants a piece of that.
I bet she would love that.
Thank you for the sub.
Speaking of American friends, guess who I'm back in touch with after a year of losing touch because I dropped my phone down the toilet?
Let me guess.
American friend.
Steve Guttenberg.
No.
Andrew says, I was doing okay and a $5 a month for 12 months to support was okay. Circs changed and eyes opened. You guys are top tier transparent. I like the transparency. I'm fascinated. Sinjin will not dominate Gorilla Tag. I can't play Gorilla Tag for much longer because for long because it makes me motion sick. Silly old Alex says, was it Chuck Winkle?
It was not Chuck Winkle.
Yo, jabronies. Yo, jabronies. Who was it?
It was my friend Valerie. Valerie.
I thought she was Canadian.
Guitar Valerie, no.
Okay, all right.
Lost track of her for ages because my phone went down the toilet. That really does sort the friends from the fair weathers, doesn't it?
Yeah, yes, it does.
Did you notice who you've been maintaining? And
Gingerbread Mark says Rose McGowan. Mark Pitt says Puckers. Was it Puckers?
I've lost her number. Puckerick I still have.
Yeah. How is Valerie doing? Very, very talented classical guitarist who has given you guitar lessons. Came on the Three Counties show a few times. Incredible talent.
She's so good.
Yeah.
She has moved down to Dorset. So
I thought she was in America.
Nah, she's living the dream, man. She is living the dream. And she's doing great. She sounds like she's really busy. She's teaching in a school. And I'm having a little Zoom coffee with her next week. Beautiful. With a view to an actual dinner when she comes this way in December.
You've reminded me to talk about Harry. So this author, Harry Shapiro, got in touch. He's written some really good books, book about Jimi Hendrix that I read when I was at college. Ryan's just signed up for the 666 tier. Let's see what this is all about. Thank you very much, Ryan. I should say the 499 and the 666 get you the same stuff. So thank you. Fingers crossed you like it. When we go behind the paywall, we're proper racist.
Well, you think that's what he's hoping for?
We can't say what we want to say on a stream like this because they want to kill free speech. All right.
The mainstream media.
The mainstream media. So anyway, and he's got in touch because he wants to write a book about me. And anyway, I'm having a Zoom chat with him tomorrow. Here's my concern about writing a book about me. There are certain people in my life who would not want their names mentioned in that book. And I think you know who I mean, Catherine. I don't want to say it.
Yeah, me.
You know, because it's not. Shut up. Harsh says, sign up for the £35 a month tier. The view is great from it. Thank you, Harsh. Harsh. You know, there's at least one person in my life who would not like their name mentioned in a book, but they are a significant part of my life. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean?
Yeah.
Right? And so I would have to say to him, look, write a book, but you can't include this person who is a huge part.
Right. He's written a few of these types of book, hasn't he, about other people? So they will have been off limits bits there.
I'll have a chat with him. His books are really good. He sent me one about Graham Bond, who's a slightly obscure 60s musician. So straight away I'm in. He's a really good writer. Tell him to put me in the book. Well, I said, how would you, first of all, I said, is it, you want to ghostwrite a book? He said, no, I'd write a biography and I'd interview you, then I'd interview everyone else. So Catherine, get ready for the interview. I would love it. I mean, I think he wants to focus on the drugs a bit. He's written a lot of drugs books about drugs culture and stuff. I'm cool with that. I've talked about, Jimbo says you didn't give me any limits. My version is back on. You know, I'm cool. I would like a record for my boys. Joe says I can't remember anything, Your Honour. I would like my ego would like it. I'd like a record for my boys.
Talk about the possibility.
Yeah, I'll have a chat with him and see what he says. I mean, I think I'm quite a boring person. I think he's overestimated my audience in terms of people who would buy it. But he saw it. I think he heard the Elizabeth Taylor thing I did. I think he heard that and saw the reaction to that is what prompted it. Or was this? I did another. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna have a chat with him tomorrow. If you think he'll be truthful, then great. Yeah, he writes, you know, straight down the line biographies. Mandy, I would like it to happen. Would you do like many celebs do, just up to the bit where you're about to be famous? He would write the whole thing, the bit up to being famous for me. The most exciting part in my career is the bit just before it happened. Just before it happened, when there was a sniff it was going to happen, when the 11 o'clock show was 6 months down the line, but I knew that it was going to happen. You know, just that's the most exciting bit of a career. As far as I'm concerned, the most interesting bit of a career is just as it starts to go south.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I love that, and most pop star books don't really cover that bit, and that's when it gets interesting. Just when it gets interesting.
Well,
anyway.
I look forward to reading it.
You're going to be in it. You're going to be in it. Something, isn't it?
I might have to take out a super injunction.
Yeah, all right. Well, we'll see. We'll have a nice little chat with him tomorrow. So tomorrow is fantasy day. Tomorrow I have an architect coming to tell me that I can't afford to do things to my house. And I have a man who might write a book about me. Fantasy day. And then we got Jim Bob in the evening, which is...
Allow it. It's better than mine, which is ringing up Nationwide and begging them not to take all my money.
Yeah. The counselling thing's going well. I try not to talk about it too much, but I am full. I've had another couple of people get in touch this week, and I've said I'm very happy to put you on my waiting list, which is great. It's all on Zoom. Are you still coming over? I obviously have more room now. At some point, I don't quite know when, St. John. It won't be this coming year, probably, I'm afraid, because I got Japan, and I might take the boys to Paris because I saw how cheap the Eurostar is. I might take the boys to Paris and after them, but we got Japan is our big trip next year, so going abroad is going to be tricky. Maybe you should do a top tier Patreon level that means the person gets in the book. That's not a bad idea. What was I just talking about?
Fantasy Day. Counselling.
Oh, yeah. They're all on Zoom. And I would like... This room is now set. We are ready to go for clients coming in. And I would like some clients... Thing is, I sort of don't really live anywhere. So it's a little bit tricky. So I'm enjoying doing it on the Zoom. My eyes are still a little bit wobbly after the COVID, and also because I have a lesion on my brain. They never got back in touch about my lesion on my brain.
Is that good news or?
Well, no, because the doctor said there's a lesion on your brain, but we'll let the hospital will be in touch.
Do you want to G him up?
I can't be bothered.
He'd rather not know. I was going to say to you, I suspect I had COVID as well, and further bolstered by, I felt so rough. Further bolstered by the report of a friend of mine who said they had COVID, because they felt so dreadful. They tested and it came up negative. They felt so dreadful. They went to hospital and the hospital said there is a new strain that is not detectable.
Oh, because I think my eldest had it. When he gets COVID, he's 12. When he gets COVID, he gets it quite bad, really, really bad cough, and headaches and aches. And he had that, but was testing negative the whole time. I'm convinced.
I felt dreadful for about 2 weeks.
Hey, silly old Alex has just hopped on the Patreon bus. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's lovely, lovely to have you on board. Thank
Welcome.
you. When did you have that?
Around the time you had it. Don't you remember I had a cold just before you?
Oh, hang on a minute. So I got it from you again?
No, because I had a cold. I had a cold and I tested. And then when you had it, I tested again and it didn't come up.
Right, but you had COVID.
But I felt dreadful.
You had COVID.
I don't know whether it didn't show up.
You've just argued there's a COVID that doesn't show up, and
yes,
now you're
but
saying you didn't have.
But you can't have caught that because
St.
you had
John,
one that did show up.
Catherine is patient zero. Well, shut up. You gave me COVID twice. The 2 times I've had it.
Oh, I knew you'd run with that.
Yeah, I remember that. The 2 times I've had it, you gave it me.
Well, it's because
you gave it me. You gave it me. Sammy, wash your mouth out with soap. Sammy says Catherine is a super spreader. How? Oh, you mean with the COVID? Oh, apologies. Yes, as you were.
He means making sandwiches, right?
I was supposed to get my new booster, but I don't think you can get it for about 90 days after.
You're not 50. I didn't think you could get it till you were 50.
No, but they mistakenly think I've got respiratory issues because ages and ages ago they tested my blood and it had low platelets, but it was stress because I went back 2 weeks later and it was normal.
Oh.
But now I'm registered as having low platelets, so I get I get a text and an email saying you are at risk. So go and have your booster. But then when I try and register on the NHS app, it says, you can't have a booster. What are you talking about?
Medical fraud, isn't it?
Medical fraud, isn't it?
That you're doing.
That I'm doing. So I'm not quite sure what the gap... There is a gap. You have to have a gap. Very, very quickly. Sunday night, 5 o'clock, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2. Like the old days. That's it. Don't worry, lads. We'll get them next time. I wonder if I can get my youngest to say that. Bear with me. It makes me laugh. It won't make anyone else laugh. Cool guys. Let's phone the cool guys. 5 o'clock, Modern Warfare, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, private games. Stream it on Twitch. And which one's that? Oh, can you? Where's the other one? We're streaming, by the way, so please don't be. Sorry.
He's in a maths lesson.
What a bum lick! Maths at 8. Could you do a line from Call of Duty, please?
What, like say it?
Yeah.
Such as.
Oh, come on! What were we saying when we saw the Joe Wicks video in anime?
What was it?
Mission failed. Don't worry, lads. We'll get them next time.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
All right. Thanks very much. Tell the other one to call me. My poor kids. Do this. Go away. Come back.
Dance, monkey boy. Dance.
Dance.
That.
I found out that my 10-year-old, they do after-school clubs, and one of them, he goes, this makes me feel so sad, and I don't know why. One of his after clubs is board game club. And they play board games. I said, what games do you play? He says, things like Frustration. I thought, that sounds like the coolest.
Where does he do that? In the Victorian era?
I was so blown away. But I don't know why that made me sad. It made me really sad. But why? It's great. He has a great time. He's playing board games with his friends. They played. I went to see him play football yesterday, and it was a home game. But it was a really posh school that came along, right? And there was one kid in my 10-year-olds that he was playing against. Just kept kicking the other kids, right? And
Dennis Wise, is it?
Just kept kicking them, big lad. Kept kicking them.
Not Dennis
And I'm
Wise.
thinking, this is obvious, right? This is obvious. And then my 10-year-old said, "Oh yeah, yeah." In one of the other games, the other team kept giving our school the finger and calling them idiots. Really, really posh school kept giving them the finger and calling out us idiots.
That doesn't sound like the current ruling class, does it? Hello, Yoko.
F2F2F2F2F2F says, my 7-year-old just starting a board game club at school too, must be the fashion. El Cid said, my son does chess club. And Lulu says, nostalgia, that's why it made you sad. I think it's more just, board games are wistful. I don't know, I just think of...
Board games are wet play, aren't they?
It just makes me, I don't know. My boys are growing up and that's what makes me sad. And they're having their own independent lives and that I find tough. Don't ask me why I chose this. Says we encourage kids to play board games as it encourages social skills and turn taking. We played there the other day, and I said, and they were boys. Said, well, let's do something. And so the 10-year-old said, let's play Cluedo. He loves Cluedo. I've never beaten him at Cluedo because he's got a system.
What?
He's got a system.
What system is this?
The system is. Right, so you've got to be in the room that you think the crime happened before you can announce.
Yeah.
Right. But what he'll do is if he knows what room it isn't, if he knows it isn't the dining room and he knows it isn't Scarlett, he'll go, but he doesn't know the weapon. He'll go, dining room, is it dining room, Miss Scarlett with the rope? And so you go, I have Miss Scarlett, right? So then he goes, it's not the rope. It is the rope. Anyway, I'm getting confused, right? But he has a system. I beat him for the first time at the weekend because I stole his system. I beat him for the first time.
System. I think it's just the way you're supposed to play it.
That's a system, right? Okay.
Can you tell who this is?
Well, yeah, that's Yoko because it's not Yoshi.
Can you tell it's not Yoshi?
No, but there's a different colour neck.
She's just smaller and she's not as fuzzy.
Okay, well,
I think it's quite obvious.
Huge.
She's not huge. She's little like Patty. Well, not quite, but
Ryan
compared to
says,
him.
I remember going to Warhammer Club and it's full of people who are a little weird, but now I realise they were just decent people who enjoyed different stuff and had their own interests. Carry that with me for life now. Lulu says, Mum had the Asda version of frustration. Every time the dice popped, the counters went flying. I don't know what frustration is in that case. Jimbo says, I'm rubbish at Cluedo, like comically rubbish. Can you get, because we've got Monopoly on the PlayStation. Can you get Cluedo on the PlayStation? Because I'd have some of that.
I'm pretty sure you can. I'm pretty sure you can.
I know you've got the Game of Life. The Game of Life on the PlayStation is insane.
Yeah, it's great.
Pop-O-Matic technology, is it? Okay. Monopoly rematch. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll have Call of Duty on Sunday at 5 o'clock. Watch this stream, guys. And if you want to play, add Ian Lee on PlayStation. I don't know what my Activision code is. I'll have to find out the Activision code. Right. I tell you who I was thinking about earlier, and I cannot remember her name. The woman that used to be ubiquitous. I've done something.
The Queen.
Who presented like the X Factor before Dermot.
The Queen.
Finiston, thank you for the sub.
Before Dermot. Oh, Kate Thornton.
Kate Thornton.
Yeah.
She
I remember
was
being
great.
told about her. It was like my first bit of showbiz gossip. And it was, oh, I know Kate Thornton. I used to work with her and she would come to parties and not drink anything. And at the time I was told that, I thought, oh, that's sneaky. Now I think, oh, that's smart.
She was working, yeah.
Yeah.
Where is she now?
But this was the 90s, you see, so that was frowned upon.
Where is she now? Because she was great, and I did something with her. I don't remember what. Certainly remember meeting her a couple of times, and she was delightful. And she was huge, right? But where is she now? Should we have a little look?
Yes.
Let's have a little look-sees.
I hope that she got enough money and life.
It's a cruel old business.
I hope that she left of her own volition and she's doing all right.
Yeah, it's a cruel old business, particularly cruel to women, I think.
Yeah.
Although I could name plenty of blokes that you don't see anymore.
No, but there is a shelf life, isn't there? Unfortunately.
Thornton. Let's have a little look-see here.
I'm pretty sure I've seen her pop up every now and again on like This Morning as a guest.
Morning. Well, she says This Morning, 2009 to 2012. She's a editor of Smash Hits magazine at the age of 22.
Yeah.
She was X Factor 2004 till 2006 before being replaced by Dermot. Christ, he's been doing it forever.
Yeah.
Later anchored ITV's daytime series Loose Women. Presented 233 episodes of the show from 2009 to 2011. Stand-in presenter in the morning in 2010. Radio. Since 2004, Thornton has presented Paper Cuts, a radio series for BBC Two, Radio 2. She joined... Here we go. She's working.
Good.
She joined Greatest Hits Radio on the 26th of February, 2022. Okay, and they have this weird thing. Final sentence. She's been in a relationship with construction worker Matt Vincent since 2013. What a strange way to end it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad she's working. I'm glad she and
Matt are in a relationship. That's good. He's got a good solid job.
I bet they get extensions done at discounts.
I bet he gives her an extension whenever she wants.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
What?
Grow up. How dare
Just saying,
you?
I should have chosen more wisely.
If I'd have said that, it'd have been that weird vibe where I go too far. And I feel bad for the next 3 days. But my
neighbour's married to a builder and he's always extending.
Keaveney's covering for Goodyear and Greatest Hits soon. Go on. Good for him. And then I started thinking, because it was so cold today, I'm not turning the heating on. So I went and lay in bed because it was cold. I've got a little heater up in my bedroom now. But I went and lay in bed because it was so cold. I thought I'll have a little doze and I'll listen to BBC Radio 4 Extra. Don't feel sad for me because I enjoy it. And there was a really crap, some really crap sitcoms, 2 awful sitcoms. And one of them starred... Oh, what is his name?
Oh, God.
Is it Carl Howman?
Yes.
Brushstrokes. Starred him. Basically is the same character. He's out of prison and he was in love with like his probation officer who's posh. And that made me think, well, where is Carl Howman these days? Should we have a little look?
Oh, I saw him pop up in my tweet. Right. Has anyone else noticed that you're getting the most random tweets in your timeline now?
No, because I only follow 39 people.
I don't follow that many people, but I'm always getting such and such follows this guy. It's like, well, good for them. I hope they're very happy together. I don't need to know this stuff. But he was actually, it was very pleasant. But some of the stuff I'm getting, occasionally I'm getting, because I do choose my follows very wisely. People are not my people,
Dave Dogface listens to a lot of BBC Radio 4 Extra as well, and we often talk about the stuff. He says the Carl Howman one is absolute arse. It is awful, but I flipping love it. I don't really like the Dickens stuff. I can listen to like the Dickens stuff, but those sitcoms from normally around 2008, absolutely love it. Who's going to pay £8 to get a blue tick?
Is he just being a shit stirrer as usual?
Well, he does that, doesn't he? He says something then back, because originally it was $20, then it wasn't, then it was that. I mean,
I think he's a bit of a Schrodinger's dickhead.
Oh, he's a
He says it,
Twat.
and then when everyone goes mad, he goes, "Ha! I was only joking." But I think he waits until he feels the vibe before he decides whether he's joking or not.
Yeah, I mean, he might do. I'm sure he's enjoying everyone being up in arms, except everyone isn't up in arms. I don't give a shit.
Nah.
I don't give a shit. I mean,
I protected my tweets this week as a kind of first step to feeling what it would be like if I wasn't quite as available.
Yeah.
And I don't hate it, I've got to say.
I'm being very frugal with my tweets. I saw someone, there was like this surgeon, let's say Dr. Brian Jones, right? So tweeted, I don't get what the point of this is. Who cares about blue ticks? They're meaningless. And then someone stole his avatar, put their Twitter name as real Dr. Brian Jones, and went, I agree with you, Brian. Being verified on here is pointless.
Beautiful. I love stuff like that. I wish it was all just that kind of mild ribbing.
Oh, I just laughed so hard that I've hyperventilated and I think I'm going to pass out. Bear with me. I'm eating less. I'm kind of half in and out of Noom again because I want to lose some weight and I can't do it through myself. So I'm having literally just started it today.
Yeah.
Looking at my calories, I have eaten this. These are my calories. I find very helpful. Stacey says, I read a point that people with blue ticks are trusted sources by those who share their view. Pay for blue ticks is very... Yeah, well, that's it. It's journalists. Oh, this journalist is this person they're saying it is. It's not someone else, it's not someone else pretending to be Robert Peston, journalist with a small J. Yeah, that's what it's for. But yeah, so I'm eating less and I'm so hungry.
Are you drinking more water? Beautiful. Because don't forget that was the trick. That was the trick that
Eat
was
wet.
news to me.
Drink more water and eat wet.
Yeah. Go for juicy over dry and crispy.
Here we go. There we go.
Takes up. It fills you up for longer.
Shall we? So Brushstrokes was huge. Oh, hang on a minute. I want to find out what Carl Hammond's up
Brushstrokes
to
is
now.
right on the edge of my memory. When was it? 1980.
What was it? Can you sing the theme tune without thinking about it?
It goes duh, 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 doesn't it?
That's This Is Your
No, that
Life.
goes duh, 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 duh. This was a bit more whimsical, like dee dee. Like I'm imagining like a harmonica or some such.
He was in EastEnders in 2014.
Did he write the theme tune and sing the theme tune?
No. Oh, that's it. Because of you.
Because of you.
Let's have a little look.
Yoshi, you can come in here, but please don't yell.
Series 5, Episode 4.
Hello.
Can you hear that?
Yep.
This stuff was on the telly all the time. Really
It's
shit.
the neighbour's font.
It's close to it, isn't it?
Yeah.
All thanks to you.
Oi! He nicked her Haribo.
Outrageous.
He just nicked her Haribo.
Is it Haribo or is it a crisp?
It could be Walker's, actually.
Golden Wonder.
Golden Wonder.
Do you remember Tudor?
Tudor Fat.
Tudor crisps. That was the basis of my Geordie impression back in the day.
Okay, go on.
Why I want a canny bag of Tudor. They were apparently northeastern crisps.
Jimbo says, used to watch this along with Just Good Friends. Now, Just Good Friends was great. Wasn't funny. All right, Pen.
What would you say?
If I told you things had never changed.
I never saw that, but my mum liked it.
Yeah, it was a mum thing. But Jan, what was her name? Jan, she was so fit.
I met Paul Nicholas. I interviewed him.
Smoky, wasn't he? Very smoky.
Very smoky.
Yeah.
Very smoky, but he's
Jan
still got
Francis.
that beautiful voice and the manner of a man who knows what it is to be handsome.
Jan Francis. I mean,
Yeah.
Jan Francis. Jan Francis. Let's read a little bit.
That's the haircut that launched 1,000 copycats.
Jan
Back in
Francis
that
was
day.
born in 1947. What age does that make her, please?
It'll tell you, won't it?
No, it doesn't. Can you do the maths, please?
Yeah, it does. It says in brackets.
Yeah, I can't see it.
75.
75.
Yoshi,
Look
will
at
you
that.
stop using my toe as a scratch post, please?
That is a resume.
Yeah.
That is a resume. What would you say? Joe says Mum was obsessed with having hair like Jan Francis. Oh, I feel bad that I said I fancy her now. Well, that's
All the mums were. All the mums were. My mum had that hairdo, along with the bushy perm with the fringe. I don't think that was Jan Francis. I don't know who was responsible for that.
So he's trying to get off with all these women. He's basically a sexual predator.
A predator.
So watch this, right? I don't quite understand what he's doing.
At best, he's a pest.
Yeah. I don't understand what he's doing with the woman with the trolley. The music is going to get in the way. So he's walking along. So then there's a woman with a trolley. Now, what is he trying to do here? We don't know.
Was he about to help her, or was he about to push the kid in front of the car?
Don't know. But he's gone up close to this woman.
Invading her space and eating her crisps.
Look at her face.
He's lucky he doesn't get a punch in the kisser.
That is assault.
Yeah. But it was cute then, wasn't it?
Hang on, Sophie's saying it's a schoolgirl. The schoolgirl that he's stealing the crisp from. Yeah. Yeah, she's in a school.
No,
uniform.
it's not. No, it's not.
That is a...
She's just got a collar.
She's got a collar. Oh, Lens. First time chat comes straight in. First comment ever in our chat. A salt and vinegar. Well done. Well
you
done.
Can stay. You can stay.
You can stay, Lens. You can stay for some of that. All right. So, okay, here we go. Then he's in the car. John Esmond and Bob Larby. What did they write? Did they write?
I don't know, but they're obviously a danger if they came up with
this. I think they
this.
wrote the Likely Lads. But so he's in traffic lights. Phone number. Fuck off.
Go away, tit.
Who's this woman having the laugh?
I don't know, but she's trying to get him away.
Well, she's worked. Look, she's knocked him off. Look. Look. Hang on a minute. Because that is not a very strong hit. She gently hits him. He stays there, and then he goes.
Yeah. He's going to feign injury so she can rub it better.
So, look, here we go. Here we go. Gentle hit of the upper arm. So that, you're not going to get chest. Yeah. Upper arm, not a lot.
Although I bruise like a peach, so that would leave a mark on me.
Likely Lads was Clement and Lefrene, was it? Okay. Comes away. He's safe. He is safe. But then...
Whoa! Uneasy perch on the end of that bench. Or is he just larking a bet? Wah! Did you just shout move?
Because of you.
Oh, mate. Why would she be wanting to embrace him?
Might be a dad.
Because of you. Whoa.
No.
This is awful. Does anyone remember Dear John with the Kirk Eric alter ego? Yeah, that was a good show. That was a funny show. Kirks and Clements. That was a funny show. No.
No, mate.
No, mate.
That'd get you a night in the cells.
No, mate.
And not the way you like. Look
Look
all
at
these
that.
women putting up with his shit.
The Abbey National, look.
Oh, yeah, look.
Get a little extra help.
With the Halifax.
Oh, that's the Halifax, yeah. What was the Abbey
National was, they played on
Kirks
the
and
word
Peters.
happy, didn't they?
Oh, is this prick? Look.
Fake Rick Moranis.
Who apologised first, you or Jean?
There was no need for an apology. It was only a discussion.
Discussion?
This is exactly the same, Dave, as that awful, awful sitcom on 4Extra that we're talking about. Get the Abbey Habit. That was it. Thank you, John.
I was surprised to see you both alive this morning.
The trouble with you, Jacko, is you simply don't understand married life.
Trouble with you, Jacko, is you simply don't understand women. Now, women, they're not like men. They don't think like us.
Forget this. Let's go down the pub.
When you're talking to a woman, you're talking to a very complex creature. It's all that shit, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's why I don't look as haggard as you.
That laughter. I went to see the Christmas episode of Bread being filmed. Fucking hell. It was that laughter.
Did she say, she is a tart?
Something like that.
My boy Bill, he'll be tall and as tough as a tree.
What?
What's happening now? Why is he licking that pencil? Why do people lick pencils?
Yeah, they do. Rick Moranis may be coming out of acting retirement to make another Honey, I Shrunk film. But good for him.
With Carl Howman again.
I'm keeping count of the number of times you've sung that bloody song since Jean told you she was pregnant. So far, it's 367 times.
It is not.
It is not. That, isn't it?
I told you about when my Auntie Edna started driving lessons.
No.
Driving instructor said, why are you doing that?
She was
Telly,
wanking
innit?
off two men.
No!
Oh. Sorry, I thought anything goes tonight. That's why I said that. Sorry, I thought
You've been watching
anything
too
was...
much brushstrokes, mate.
I wonder what he'll think of me. I guess he'll call me the old man. Shut up.
You just kissed a copper, mate. You are a sexual offender.
Hey, say, what if it's a girl?
This rate should be fatherless. Pull him over there.
What for?
I want to buy something.
What is this, the old bank show?
It's very bank-based. It was the 80s. They were big then. Born in a barn, look.
We'll see there, look, he did a little... He looked at him and went, oh, yeah, what's that? Watch. Oh, Jesus. What? He's bought a budgie. This guy is insane.
Right, go on then. Off you go.
Oh, thanks ever so much, Jacko. That's really thoughtful.
That's all right.
He's just trying to get in your kecks.
She looks like Julia Davis, and if you imagine she's the same character from Series 1 of 1990.
99, yeah.
This suddenly gets very, very dark.
I'd love that.
Joe said I would watch the old bank show. Yeah, me too.
Call him Lionel the Second, will you?
It's a girl.
How'd you know?
She told me.
We know that our snake Swavey is a boy. How do we know? They got a stick, they shoved it up his arsehole, and because it went quite far up, they went, oh, that's a boy. If it hadn't have gone so far up, it would have been a girl.
Don't try that with any other creatures, please.
Took it to the shop. Can you sex this? Yeah, sure. Got a metal spike, shoved it right up its arse. Poor Swavey.
God.
Swavey's got a new home now.
He's also now speaking Spanish. They've hit his reset button.
Cup of tea?
Yeah, that'd be lovely. Well, now I've been
Call me
graciated myself. Do you fancy coming out to dinner tonight?
Oh, sorry, I can't. I'm training.
Well, you can't lift huge weights with that bad hand.
Football
That didn't get any laugh.
No.
training.
Oh.
Oh, laughter, though, the idea of her going football training, though.
Oh, well
Interesting.
then, laugh. Women playing football, almost as funny as watching ducks landing on frozen lake.
Why is she walking funny? She got a funny walk, look.
Women playing football, almost as funny as watching ducks landing on frozen lake.
That's a funny walk, isn't it?
Yeah.
David Turners, I thought you were... Oh, you're going to record your show in a little bit. Welcome. Hey, we had one of your... Ryan has signed up to us, David, on account of your recommendation. So thank you.
He'll be coming to you for the refund.
Exactly, yeah, nothing to do with us.
Oh, I think it's terrific. I love football. I support Charlton.
I thought you said you loved football.
Good one. Football joke for the lads.
Even I could make that joke. Go on, Catherine. What football teams do you support?
I don't.
No, come on, for a joke. What football team do you support?
Manchester United.
I thought you liked football.
Oh, I feel pwned.
They're quite good. Aren't you, David? Aren't you doing a stream tonight? Did I not see a tweet about a stream tonight? Oh, Christ, it's Thursday. I thought it was Friday. I thought it was
I've
Monday.
been thinking that all day.
No, I thought it was Monday. I thought he was recording the computer game show tonight.
What? Are you all right?
Hey, Ribena Rosie's in the chat. Where? I missed her. Anyway.
Oh. Do you play for a proper team?
Yeah, of course I do. Sunday mornings, Motspur Park Mosquitoes.
I bet you're the striker.
I got 36 goals last season.
How does he know this woman and not know that she plays football on a regular basis? I'm assuming he's trying to get off with her.
Of course he is.
Did you? I suppose your team's got a physio already, has it?
Yes.
There we go.
Dirty bastard. Because I would like to come... I'm not qualified, but I would like to come and manipulate women's bodies.
To feel you all up. Let's take the gloss off it.
And she's fully qualified.
Worth a try. How long did your training go on for?
Well, we like to get at least a good couple of hours in.
Oh, she stumbled then.
How long did your training go on for?
Well, we like to get at least a good couple of hours.
We like to get at least a good couple of hours in. We like to get at least a good couple of hours. Can we do that again? We haven't got time. Moving on. Moving on. Sorry, but why did he buy her a budgie? Oh, yeah.
I think it's to replace another one. He said you're not going to call it whatever it was the second, are you?
All right, hang on. Well, let's find out why he bought the budgie. This is important now.
Ever so much, Jacko.
Actually, the answer is to get in her knickers, which is what I said first off. But okay, we'll go through this rigmarole.
Off you go.
Oh, thanks ever so much, Jacko. That's really thoughtful.
That's all right. You won't call him Lionel II, will you?
All right, hang on a minute. Let me go to Google.
What happened to Lionel the First? I reckon there was some sort of hilarious romantic misunderstanding which led to him crushing Lionel.
Hang on a minute. What's happened here? Right, I have to Google it on here. Why did Jacko... Let's work this out. In brushstrokes, why did Jacko buy a budgie?
Put Lionel in. That could be he. It might have happened more than once.
Hang on a minute. Right, let's go to IMDb.
Oh, God.
I want to know why he bought her a bloody budgie. If anyone knows, or just wants to make it up and say it in the chat so that I stop.
I think if they make it up, it will involve someone's bottom, but you could open that can of worms.
Marcus says, isn't she his sister?
Well, why have they got different accents then? Because he's from London.
Right, all episodes. So this is Series 5, Episode 4. So Series 5, last series, Episode 4. All right. Giles and Gloria are in London and organise a party at Elmo. Oh, Elmo, who's that bald guy?
Yes.
Talk like that. Talk like that. Dave, please don't type blowy into the chat. It's vulgar. Oh, no. Here we go. Giles and Gloria are in London and organise a party at Elmo's. Everybody goes to the party to try and cheer up. Jacko's new girlfriend plays for a soccer team, but he breaks up with her because she's more interested in football than him.
Oh.
All right, let's carry. But I don't know if that's his girlfriend.
Yeah, of course it is.
It's not his sister.
It's a girl.
How'd you?
Sorry.
No, I think it's... Oh. Do you play for a proper team?
Yeah, of course I do. Sunday mornings, Motspur Park Mosquitoes.
David lives near Motspur Park.
I bet you're the striker.
I got 36 goals last season.
I got 36 goals
last season.
Did you? I suppose your team's got a physio already, has it?
Yeah.
Because I would like to come and sexually assault you, unless you're my sister.
And she's fully
In which case, I'll limit it to your friends.
Worth a try. How long did your training go on for?
Well, we like to get at least a good couple of hours in.
We like to get at least a good couple of hours in.
Very professional. I'll take you for a drink after that, shall I?
Yeah, that's his girlfriend.
Oh, well, that's not really a very good idea.
I think you like that budgie more than me.
No. It's just that we usually all have a drink together after training, you see.
Well, I won't be distracted. I'll only have eyes for you.
It's not that.
Well, what is it then?
Well, Did you ever play football?
Yeah. The animal, they used to call me.
Well...
What is the joke there? What is the joke? G-Cuff says if it was his girlfriend, he'd know she plays football, surely. Yeah, of course. But also, the whole thing is going to be she wants to have a bit of a life on her own outside of the relationship.
She's doing the female version of lads, lads, lads.
I don't think this is her liking football more than him.
No.
This is her living her life.
Yeah.
When your team was all together, go on, be honest, you didn't exactly encourage wives and girlfriends along now, did you?
No, I suppose not.
Vice versa?
Good Lord. Well, I'll just have to stay at home and do me knitting, I suppose.
Do the laugh at the end of the scene. Ashley says, when I was a kid, we went on holiday, and when we got back, Yogi, our budgie, started biting me quite a lot and didn't seem as friendly. I only found out about 5 years ago, nearly 30 years later, he died, and a neighbour bought another one and put it in the cage before we got home, so I wouldn't know. I did used to say, when I just had Velvet, if someone was looking after Velvet when I was away, I'd say, look, if she dies, could you find an identical cat to replace?
Who would do a thing like that with a much loved pet, Ian?
Not the kids may be watching.
Mate.
David Turner's, blimey, the woke brigade are in town. Destroy my love for this series, you snowflakes.
Your own.
Oh, you know Helga, don't you? You still brooding over Paulette?
Who? I don't remember any Paulette.
You slung her out a week ago.
Oh, her.
She's turned you into a misogynist, she has.
No, she has.
What?
I don't think that word means what he thinks it means.
No.
As a matter of fact, I was interested in pot plants before I met her.
He's getting the biggest laughs.
Yeah.
I have been on a TV series where a small character has been getting the biggest laughs, and it's uncomfortable.
Oh.
Now, you mark my words, you're better off sitting here without a woman, Jacko.
Am I?
Oh, yeah, be all right for the moment. Her sitting with you, skirt up to her armpits, eyelashes fluttering.
Yeah, that would be quite nice, yeah.
But, all the time she's waiting for you to drop your guard so that she can turn you into me.
Is she a conjurer?
Break your heart, I mean. Now you're better off on your own.
Thank you.
Why are you on your own?
Ah!
Sir! You've enhanced my establishment again.
Priceless as ever, Elmo.
Is that Timothy Dalton?
No, I think it's a comedy poshman.
That's understood between us, sir. Not a penny piece do you pay in here.
Hello, Elmo.
Good evening, Madam Smiley. Let me show you to a table. Leslie! She must have got a bit deaf.
Isn't that the actress that played, I want to say, Kat Slater's mum, but I'm not sure.
Yes, I think you could be
Hello,
right.
Jacko.
Yes.
Hello, Gloria. How's life?
Stupendous. On your own?
Yeah. Hello, Charles.
How super to see you again. We were hoping we might catch you.
Right, this is shit. Let's skip to the end.
Right.
What's your telephone number?
What's your phone number?
He did it! He did it!
Right. What's your phone number?
Oh, that's her. Is that her? That's her.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Hang on a minute. She told him she didn't want him knocking about. So didn't he go bringing his mate?
Look at Daddy, doesn't he look funny?
Oh, come on.
Is that the woman we just saw in the cut in the pub?
Ow!
What?
Yeah.
Let's watch this woman get knocked out.
Ow!
She's put
This
shoulder
is like
pads
the
in
posh
her
school
strip
the
there.
other day with Kim.
Don't you smile at me, sending me off. I thought you were supposed to be on our side.
Dubbed over.
I sent the other girl off as well.
Yeah, well, she deserved it.
Now, come on, Pumpkin. The game's the thing.
I was only on there 10 minutes.
So you're never going to speak to me again because I showed you the red card, eh?
She's talking to you now, you twat.
Well, I might. I never could stay empty with you for long.
For God's sake, her boyfriend, her husband's right there.
Is that not his mum? I thought that was his mum.
I don't think it is.
I don't think it is.
Not the way he's talking to her. Giles is up for it. They found a unicorn.
How do you feel about asking Jacko to join us in the bedroom for some rumpy pumpy? Jim says, I got sent off at 8 years old because I slapped one of my classmates. He kicked the ball against my thigh on a freezing cold day. I still think he deserved it. Okay.
You will be keeping your kit, won't you, Pumpkin?
No, I think I'll give it away. I shan't be wearing it again.
No.
He wants it in the bedroom.
Yeah.
She was Tiffany's mum in EastEnders and had.
I knew she was someone's mum in EastEnders.
No, don't do that.
Why?
I think you look rather sweet in it.
You rascal.
You rascal.
You rascal.
Oh.
Now, so is he going to split up with her?
Come on, don't take it so hard.
We were awful. We were diabolical.
It was only 3-0.
It leaks like a sieve, our defence.
It's only a game, innit? Never mind.
Look. Here we go. This is where the relationship.
Classic role reversal.
Now, what about this evening?
Oh, no, look, I'm sorry.
Well, you haven't got a match tomorrow.
No, we've all got to get together and have a team talk about this defence. Oh, perhaps we should use a sweeper. Oh, I don't know. Some other time, hey, Jacko?
What other time?
I'm not tired.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be all right.
Good player, isn't she?
Yes, she's very good.
Yeah, nice girl. Seen her again?
No, I don't think so, no.
So Jizzalot, we are watching Brushstrokes. So Jizzalot.
Why ever not?
Well, to be quite honest, Jean, I think she thinks more of her football than she does of me.
I love it.
That was the final gag?
Wow. This is the best bit.
I always look at the credits just in case you see my dad. I don't think he worked on this. He didn't really... Dexy's Midnight Runners did the theme.
Ooh.
Okay, let's have a... What's a load of old shit?
That was very popular in its time, wasn't it?
It was huge.
Yeah.
It was huge. And it was awful then. I used to hate those BBC One and ITV sitcoms was so...
Yeah, but they were all from the same factory, right? They all did the same song. Oh, no, no, oh, no, 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 oh, no, 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 canned laughter. It was that.
Whole Tender's just sub. 24 months of Twitch, 6 months of Patreon, and however many months is the Jack FM app. Thank you. You're a true fan. Yeah, that was the tune, wasn't it?
Mm.
For those kind of
and then the woman would be like, oh, no, no, no.
Utter. But I never got any of those programs. The Britass Empire, Keeping Up Appearances, Last
I
of the
used to
Summer
kind of
Wine.
like that, but I'd watch that with my grandma.
Right. It wasn't
No.
funny though.
It was a watch with your grandma show, right?
That lad of Big Brother's mam played violin in Dexys. I'm going to need a little bit...
Oh, she keeps popping into my timeline.
Oh, shouldn't it be called Roller Strokes? Well done. Well done. Who keeps popping into your timeline?
The violinist from Dexys.
Why? What's going on with
I
you and
don't know.
Dexys?
She must know someone I know.
If you're watching this, thank you so much for watching it. We are doing this. A lot of people saying, "Where have you been? We haven't seen you on Twitch for ages. We do 2 shows a week on YouTube behind a paywall. And what that means is it's an unlisted video. If you want access to those 2 shows a week to watch live or watch back at your leisure, Patreon. Someone's going to post the link for the Patreon in the chat. For $4.99 a month plus VAT, you get 2 shows a week, which you can watch live or back whenever you want. You can also, you'll get those as podcasts delivered straight to your phone. And there are access to hundreds of hours of podcasts and videos, all for $4.99 a month. There are other tiers as well. Go and have a little look. Patreon.com/Ian and Catherine. Patreon.com/IAIN and Catherine with a K. Someone has reminded me of May to December. Do you remember May to December?
Yeah, I did used to like that. I watched that.
Anton Rogers is a dirty old bastard.
And Fresh Fields, / French Fields.
Oh, I watched the French Fields the other day. I quite enjoyed that. Here we go. May to December.
That was him having a much younger wife.
Yeah.
She was also in an adaptation of Vanity Fair around the same time. She was big at the time.
Also, look, his name's Calendar.
Yeah, you see. Still a believable pairing.
Oh, it's her.
Yes.
Oh, God, I don't remember it being her.
She had delightfully devilish eyes.
She's not that young. She's not as young as I remember.
And I don't think he's as old as I remember. It's more like May to July.
He's a good-looking man, isn't he? You don't think he's a
I think that's what he's designed to do.
But that doesn't look that outrageous.
She's probably younger than she appears because women did look older then, I think. The hairdos.
This is Series 1, Episode 1. Hello, Fred. Hello, Fred. Hello, Fred.
Yeah.
Hello, Fred. Hello, Fred. Hello, Fred. Listen to his shoes. They got noisy shoes.
He's probably got taps on the bottom. Do you remember those? You used to wear through your shoes too much, so you wouldn't put taps on.
They would, wouldn't they? That looks like Beckinsale. All right, we got it set. He's a man, he walks around town, he's got taps on, and he's a solicitor. Look at this office. Electric typewriters.
Oh, now I remember this. It's a classic pairing of young bit of stuff. That's what she's designed to do there.
Okay.
Older, sensible person.
Okay.
Woman.
Good morning, Miss What?
Good morning, Mr. Calendar.
Good morning, Della.
I'm Hillary, Mr. Calendar. He calls all the new girls.
Oh, I remember her. Got the Peter Talk bowl cut. I remember her.
And actually, she's not as old as she's supposed to be in this, right?
No, I mean, she's younger than us.
Yes.
Definitely younger than us.
And actually, now I look at her, a bit of a sort.
Yeah. Well, it's like Olive from On the Buses.
Okay, you lost me there, but I okay.
All right, hang on a second.
There is something of the Velma about her.
Hang on a second, Catherine. I have to come out of this to do this. Hang on a minute. I'm doing this so they can't see. Olive on the buses. And no. Hang on a minute, please. Hang on a minute.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hang on a minute. Let me
She appears to have fallen there.
There we go.
Oh, fallen.
That's Olive from On the Buses. You see what I mean now?
Was that when she was a 60s nun? What's with the cross of Malta on a bandanga?
She's an incredible looking woman. Oh, come on.
No, I'm not denying it, but what I'm saying is that was the kind of standard uniform for the sensible woman. Big glasses. Boring.
What are you looking at? Are you not looking at the black and white picture?
Yeah, no, but I'm saying looking at her as Olive on the buses, they decided how do we make her look a little bit more dowdy? Well, let's give her some massive glasses and a centre parting.
So Gizzalot says she's in the Knights Templar. Okay. A lot of whoa, holy moly, fwa. What a looker. Yeah, that's Ollie from On the Buses. Isn't it? Right, back to this shit. Why are we watching this shit? I don't know.
Makes him feel like
Which
Perry
is what we
Mason.
thought at the time.
Perry-o?
Now I know I am getting old. Perry Mason, the greatest lawyer of them all.
Hang on. He's suddenly Scottish. He wasn't Scottish when he came in, was he?
Yeah.
Is he Scottish in this?
Look, that was a Scottish look.
Very noisy door, yeah.
And heels.
Good morning, Miss Flood.
Good morning, Mrs. Terry Bingin.
Good morning, Della.
He is Scottish. I don't remember him being... Right, okay. What I want to do now is I want to get to... we're going to go to Series 3, Episode 4. Let's see if he's still Scottish. Series 3, Episode 4. Because that is a bold move. That is a bold move.
When I started my business in 2000...
Will he still be Scottish? Series 3, Episode 4. What do we think, guys? What do we think? Hang on. That's a different woman.
Yes, it is. That woman
This is who I remember being it. Right.
is...
Kate
I think she was in Emmerdale, wasn't she?
Okay, well this is who I remember. Leslie Dunlop. Okay, well she is significantly young. Well, she certainly looks younger. But is she playing the same character?
Yeah.
Or is he just a horny bastard?
She's got
No.
red hair, so I would suggest she's supposed to be the same woman, and we're not supposed to notice that she's got a different head.
This relationship is totally inappropriate. This is inappropriate. I do.
Yeah.
Is it going to have the handsome posh man in? Anton Rogers was such a strange celebrity. It's a real odd look, isn't it, for a famous actor?
Can't believe his look. Look at his face.
Oh, well, look, he's in a school. Be careful.
Is he picking her up, or is she a teacher?
I think she's...
Come on, you haven't got time to change out that PE kit.
Hello, miss. You had a good day?
Oh, yes. Thank you, Claire. How nice of you to know.
Can we just keep chatting, miss? He's right behind us. Our team didn't do brilliant at netball, eh, miss? I'm going to practice even harder.
She was
now
the
I've
daughter
nothing
with the
better
glasses in...
2.4
Something else.
children?
Yes!
Was it?
Miss!
Who's following you, Laura?
No one, miss, but you know what the head said about strangers?
Yeah.
Well, there's this old man at the gate, just sort of smiling.
And they think he's a paedophile!
They're not wrong.
They think her boyfriend's a paedophile! Look at him! That is inappropriate.
How tall is he?
Should I get the policeman?
He's pretending. What's he doing? What's this?
Is he being Chad?
Oh, I am totally... he is. I'm totally doing that the next time I'm stood by a wall outside of school.
Totally necessary, Claire.
That's genuinely brilliant. That's genuinely brilliant. What a prick.
Just sort of smiling.
Should I get the policeman?
No, that won't be necessary, Claire.
What is that?
He's waving at us, miss!
It's what they do, then they offer you sweets.
Then they get their knobs out.
Oh my God, this is actually brilliant.
Handle this. You two just run along.
She's not told them he's not a paedophile.
Nah.
She's carried it on.
I think she'd rather they thought that than knew that he was
It's
connected.
all right, Mr. DaCosta. I know him, honestly.
Mr. DaCosta's come to beat him up!
Oi. It's all right, Mr. DaCosta. I know him, honestly.
She goes around the corner, he's got his cock out and he's wanking. It's all right, Mr. DaCosta. He's not a paedophile. He's my boyfriend. Although, if you go back 10 years, technically he is a paedophile.
I was passing and I thought...
Why are
he's more Scottish. He's more Scottish than he was.
you in Pinner soliciting?
Oh, Zoe, I've lost the will. Well, actually, Hillary's lost the will, and I can't be fussed looking for it. Are you not pleased to see me?
Oh, I am.
Please don't kiss her.
Well, what's wrong?
Nothing. It's...
Oh, evening, Zoe. Hello.
Oh, Roy, you know Alec.
Of course. Excuse me if I don't walk at your pace, but I've got a lot of
It's a
things to
young
do.
Mike McCartney.
He is, isn't it? I'm trying to think who he is. I recognise him.
Night, Zoe.
Yes, Roy.
Oi, what was all that about?
It's nothing, it's just Roy. I am pleased to see you, Alec. What's on telly tonight?
Ha ha ha! A wee plant, a clock, and pictures of my grandchildren.
Oh, he's saying what's on at the top of the television. That's when you had televisions you could put things on.
He's giving his girlfriend a classic dad joke.
That don't look right, does it?
No.
That don't look right. Please don't kiss her.
Just get in the car.
Please,
Oh, God.
This should be on Pornhub. Older and younger. Older and younger. May to December comes up.
Oh, no.
Not
It
outside.
approaches her place of work. She's going to get herself a nickname.
Teacher's pet.
You don't get to joke with those kids.
Right. This fucks me up. Hang on a minute. This really fucks me off, right?
Oh.
That chess set is set up wrong.
That reminds me, I heard someone saying, I don't want to be a prawn in your game.
Who said that? One of your kids.
I remember he said it, but I was like, I'm saving that. I'm a prawn in your game.
Do you know why that chess... I hate it when they do this. It's really simple.
They got it the wrong way up.
The bottom right corner should always be white. The bottom right corner should always be white. Top left corner, bottom right corner, white. Otherwise, you can't play it. You can't castle.
Checkmate.
You cheated, you used your hands. Come on, another game.
Oh, no, Zoe. Look, I've won 2 already. It's getting late. I've got meetings with incredibly unimportant people in the morning.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just it was taking my mind off things.
Do you want to talk
Why are
about
they
it?
playing?
No.
Why are they playing round the corner?
That's a good game round the corner. Well, if they castle, Jimbo, they've done it wrong. You can't castle properly like that. And what's on her mind is she doesn't want to touch his wrinkly old penis. She doesn't want to be rogered by Anton.
Oh.
Well, yes. It's just our head of department's leaving.
Is it?
And Roy's applied for the job.
Oh, has he now? Do you think he'll get it?
He might. If the other applicants are a tennis net and a set of cricket stumps.
I don't get it.
He's a meathead.
I don't get it.
Why didn't you apply for it?
Me? No. Roy's got more years teaching.
He's probably the same age as is there, Ian. Hang on. Are you saying... You're not saying I'm as old as Anton Rogers is there, are you? What? She's... As us. Right. We find out. How old is Anton Rogers? Let's get his birth date. He's much older than me there. He's got to be 60 there. Yeah, he was born in 1933.
And this is already the 80s.
So he's only 50 odd. May to December. TV. He's 50. He's 56, 57. So he's not that much older than me.
He is.
He's not, Catherine. I'm 50 next year.
Yeah, I know, but you're 5 years older than me, and that is way older.
Are we made to December? Is that us? Oh my God. John is 57 now, so John is potentially younger than Anton Rogers. Is it made to December?
Just know, John, that if you do get yourself someone who is slightly younger, you will be considered a massive pervert, not just by the 80s, but by Ian.
By us. We're going to do a stream about you. Oh,
I have. Oh, but Alec is 3 brain cells short of a stick of rock.
All right, so this is part. Let's just get to the end of, hang on, series 3, episode 4. Let's just get to the end. Series, hang on, it goes on to series 4. Series 3, episode 4. Let's just jump to the end.
Well, I'm sorry about last night, Derek. Yeah, I must have a touch of hormones or something. Yeah, my auntie's got it, so maybe it's going about. No, I ain't gone off you, Derek. Of course not.
Anthony, I can manage, really.
It's no trouble, Auntie Vera. Good morning, Hilary.
Good morning, Anthony.
Did you have a nice evening?
What's that? Why is that pen pointing at his peen?
John says if they can remember school at all, they're too young for me.
What, and that's including teachers?
Started off all right. My mum made one of her curries and then my Derek come round. But during the evening, I didn't half feel
very
sweaty.
glamorous. I think she's supposed to be dowdy.
Sorry? Huh? She's you! Holy shit! Catherine, get your glasses! Get your glasses!
Hang on, 1 second, please. I'm kind of wedged in. Hang on.
Catherine is the frumpy one from May to December.
Hold on,
This is
I've got that.
insane. Oh, what a fun show we're having tonight. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. Absolutely loving this. If you've got Amazon Prime, link it to your Twitch. You can sub to us for free on Twitch. Twitch and Patreon are very different. Here we go.
I mean,
can you do a concerned face like that, please? Do a concerned face.
I like that blouse.
I know, because you're fucking wearing it, Catherine.
Derek.
My mum's cut my fringe like that and all in the past.
Are you supposed to be working?
Well, not yet. I've got a week off to see the sights.
I'm going to show him London by night.
Oh, I'll do that, Miss Flood. You're normally in bed by 9.
Miss Flood, have you typed up the comment?
Who's he? I recognise him.
I think he's the son of Anton Rogers in this.
Who? I recognise. What else has this guy been in, please?
Watch case.
Another case of soaking the rich.
No, not really. Hi, Anthony. You settling in?
Yeah, just about, thanks. I've got a good landlady.
You need someone to show you the sights. Hilary. What do you reckon, Miss Flood?
Haven't you got any malpractice?
Oh, so Miss Flood fancies the young man because it's the
Right.
vibe in the office, older, younger.
Yeah,
But of course, no one fancies her because she's frumpy.
because she's got glasses on.
Because she's got glasses and a silly blouse with a collar like that. Oh, poor Kath. I feel sorry for you.
What are we going to do about Zoe? It's this job thing. I mean, we both know that winning is not everything, is it?
Perry Mason.
I'm asking you
What is that noise in the back? There's an aeroplane.
that winning is not everything,
The
is
whole thing, I think that the Foley artist is really enjoying themselves on this show because it's
Yes.
always just a fraction too loud.
it? I'm asking you.
Yeah, doors, feet, aeroplanes.
Perry Mason,
So Jizzalot, thank you for the sub. Much appreciated.
the man who never loses a case. Is that what keeps you looking so young?
That was weird, that aeroplane noise.
It's to cover up the deafening silence from the audience.
Listen to this. Why would you bother doing this?
Job thing. I mean, we both know that winning
It reminds me
is
of the
not
Big Brother live feed.
Yeah. He's about to say something libelous. That go tweet, 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 tweet.
everything, is it?
The actor who played Vera is about 51 when this episode went out.
Asking you, Perry Mason, the man who never loses a case. Is that what keeps you looking so young? Or is it the wig?
Dad, I've updated the
Dad, a really noisy aeroplane has gone past.
car wash case. Sorry, Mr. Mason, didn't see you there.
Don't mock. This man talks sense.
Of course he
Let's
does.
jump to the end.
There'll be other jobs.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
No, Roy,
oh,
no,
Jesus
no.
Christ! No, 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 no. You can see it. You can see it there. You can see it there. You can see his fresh field.
On top of me, I'll just come running home to you.
I should hope so. I'm sorry you lost the job, really. We'll call it a draw, shall we?
Yeah. Hey, hang on a minute.
What?
Did you think I couldn't win without your help?
Well, I am an expert, sweetheart.
You cocky wee solicitor. I could make haggis out of you.
What rubbish!
Come on, give me the dice.
Okay. Best of 5, huh?
7.
9.
17.
23.
Oh, Alec, isn't it great to be grown up?
Go on. Shut up.
What's he been using that for?
Throw the dice. Come on. 3. Go on.
1, 2, 3.
Rubbish.
Jesus Christ. The music is so miserable.
Yeah, this synthesizer organ thing.
Linny says Vera was 84 2 days ago.
Good.
This is what my childhood sounded like. I would have been 16, 17 when this shit was on.
Again,
what are you
the
supposed to
vocal
watch?
on this, way lower than the clangy
Yeah.
music.
What are you supposed to watch? There was nothing else to watch.
Stop. Please don't scroll past.
I'm scrolling past you, prick. Oh. Dad, stop. Please don't scroll past. Scrolling
Oh,
past.
he's messing with my mind. I feel like I can't disobey. Never forget those adverts he did for a sofa company, and he had like grey socks on, no shoes.
Really?
Yeah, I was thinking, they're not casual. That's not a casual sock.
Left Lane Next says, how dull was Ever Decreasing Circles? No. That
I
was
loved
good.
that.
That was a good programme.
I love Margot. I was right even then.
Yeah. No, Ever Decreasing Circles was great. Yeah, the thing is, that was on. Left Lane's furious with us. Lord have mercy.
Margot was in Ever Decreasing Circles as well as The Good Life, right?
No, she wasn't in Ever Decreasing Circles.
All right. Okay. Well, I didn't like her in that.
It was those two. Well, of course. What I would like to see, that couple. Well, that couple. In
The one
Ever
from-
Decreasing Circles, I'm talking
You
about.
did the voice just then from Nuts in May.
Well, of course. What?
I found out that Mike Lee went to my dad's school.
There you go.
There you go.
Series 3, Episode 1. This was great. Peter
Oh,
Egan.
him. He was a smoothie and he was threatened by him.
Thank you.
He thought he was after his wife.
What are you doing in my workshop?
I'd like to borrow a thingamajig to go in there.
What are they called? Hilda and Horace. Horace and Hilda.
Harold and Hilda used to wear the
Harold
same.
and Hilda.
Still a reference in my family. If my mum and dad ever come downstairs wearing a similar jumper.
Trying to
You
find
are
them.
in a pickle, aren't you? Would you like some rosehip syrup?
I used to have a crush on them.
What about a sweet sherry?
Here they are. Here they are.
I bet you wouldn't say.
Who would stick a skip outside your house?
I did it!
If I had an injunction, Hilda, I'd be slapping it straight on you.
Oh, don't use legal jargon that you don't understand.
This is my house.
That's a great line.
Behave properly in it then, and give Hilda the chance to explain.
Ha ha ha.
Not it!
Go on then.
Well, I felt guilty as us not being able to help you move that manure. So, after Howard had gone to work today, thought I'd had an idea. Get a skip.
Why?
She wants to use it as a giant window box. Will you listen?
Go on then.
So, I phoned the people, and they sent it round. But they didn't send any men with shovels to shovel the manure into it.
Men with shovels don't come with skips, Hilda. They don't supply them as a kit.
Now, I tried to get them to take it back, but this man with
She's brilliant.
tattooed on his knuckles.
Yes, and Richard Bryce, very, very fast. He sounds like when my kids watch YouTube videos. Why are they doing that? I've heard them listening to music like that. They've never heard the original slowed down version of things.
Oh, this is sped up.
Oh, right, okay. Well,
And you know why it's sped up? It's to avoid a copyright strike.
Okay, well, all right. I'm less impressed by Bryce then.
There's another bit of news, I'm afraid.
Oh, of course there is. My bad news never comes in ones. It either comes in 3s or 10s or 4,000.
Oh, yeah. it's sped up, isn't it?
61s.
Well, I should listen to it before you return your final tally.
The fact that we weren't sure tells you what the song of the 80s sitcom was.
The skip has to stay there for 2 days.
I could ask why.
It's a minimum length of hire, but I didn't know that.
The skip has to stay there for 2 days. I could ask why. It's the minimum length of hire. That's a great line in a sitcom. It's the minimum length of hire.
I signed a piece of paper.
Excellent. Lovely. Fine. Have you arranged for a bulldozer to raise my house to the ground?
That lad needs to calm down. He's going to have a rustle.
She's beautiful, right? I think I like mousy women.
Mousy? She's not mousy.
She's mousy.
She's not mousy.
What animal would you use to describe her then? Isn't it?
I would say like a muntjac. There's something quite deerish about her.
Agent Peach says there is an interesting story about a missing episode in series 1. In the episode, it's alleged that Anne spends the night with Paul consummating an affair. The original play, which the TV show is based on, has this element. We think they took it out because it ruins the comedy and storyline for future series.
Well, yeah, it would make Richard Bryce look like less of a prick, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Anne.
Yeah. All right. Someone said there was a Cluedo TV show.
What?
I vaguely remember. Cluedo season
Stephanie
1.
Powers? Or is that Stephanie Beacham?
Was it
Was
maybe?
Stephanie Powers the one in Heart to Heart?
Yeah, Stephanie Powers was Heart to Heart.
Invited to a murder.
If Stephanie Beacham was like prototype Joanna Lumley, wasn't
Mrs.
she?
Peacock, twice widowed, presently in love with a French count. Village socialite.
No, I don't think she was proto. I think they were
Contemporary.
contemporaries. Madeley was in this, wasn't it?
What?
Colonel Mustard. He's fighting fit as befits an ex-SAS officer who now runs a security company advising foreign governments.
Foreign governments.
Oh, I like this.
The Reverend Green counts his blessings thanks to Mrs. Peacock's generosity. He campaigns for the environment.
Robin
and
Nedwell!
fervent-
Holy shit, Robin Nedwell! He was Mind Your Language. Where is Robin Nedwell these days? I used to love Robin Nedwell. No, he wasn't Mind Your Language. No, the guy in Mind Your Language, was that Barry Green? And he was in a lot of 60s films. Then he was in Mind Your Language. And then he was a minicab driver because the acting work dried up. Barry Evans. And I think he got murdered.
What?
Didn't Barry Evans get murdered? Right, Barry Evans' death. What happened to Barry Evans? Here we go. 1997, police discovered Evans's body in his living room after going to the house to tell him they'd recovered his stolen car. The cause of his death has never been confirmed.
Wow.
Holy shit. All right, so Robin Nedwell, English actor, best remembered his role as Duncan Waring in the television comedy series Doctor in the House. He died in 1999. Wow, this is 50 odd. All right, okay.
He hopes to save them all. Professor Plum, American graduate from Harvard Business School, known for shady dealings on the stock market. He and Colonel Mustard share an interest in Ms. Scarlett, stepdaughter of Mrs. Peacock, lives at Arlington Grange. Her passion is for fast cars and faster men. Mrs. White, trusted family housekeeper, celebrates 25 years with Mrs. Peacock.
June Whitfield, classic.
She hides a secret indulgence. 6 people with...
No Tom Baker in this one. No Tom Baker in season 1. He must have joined later.
Oliver Tobias is Comte Henri de Beauchamp. Oh, that reminds me. I'm watching a belting bodice ripper.
Yeah, go on.
I had to sign up for a 3-week trial of... That's a 3-week trial, not a 3-week trial, of a thing on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
But it's really good. And it's called The Serpent Queen.
All right.
And it's about Catherine de Medici. And it stars Samantha Morton.
Oh, okay. I like Samantha Morton.
She's great. I really enjoy. You know what I'm like with historical stuff, and it's got, you know, it's a bit like that Catherine the Great thing that I enjoyed recently. So there's sort of some modern music in it and stuff, and they don't talk like ye oldie people.
The name of it again, please, for anyone who may be
Serpent
interested.
Queen. Serpent Queen. Look it up on your Amazon Prime.
All right. Now, a lot of people are saying this is not the show they remember, so I'm jumping to season 2 to see if
where's
it's slightly
Madeley?
different.
A stranger lies dead in
Rula
Arlington
Lenska.
Grange. There are 6
David McCall.
suspects,
Kustark.
but which one?
Why is Kustark famous?
Prince Andrew.
Yeah, she was at Molly Sugden and Richard Wilson.
Hey, think about the way Kustark got treated. Does that
Yeah.
ring any bells?
Yeah.
She wasn't good enough. She was common.
Yeah.
Could it be Mrs. Peacock, lady of the manor and beautiful society hostess?
Oh, God. I look at her now and all I can hear is, do you want me to be the cat?
Perhaps Colonel Mustard, military hero and intimate family friend. Is Reverend...
So it's the same opening titles, just with different people. That's weird.
Green a saint or sinner? Is it Professor Plum?
David McCallum. Ilya Kuryakin from The Man from U.N.C.L.E. What an actor. What an actor. Steel.
A man with a degree of suspicion. Miss
Kustark.
Scarlett, Mrs. Peacock's glamorous stepdaughter. Or Mrs. White, loyal housekeeper and...
We don't get their names.
Pussy owner.
Devoted confidant.
Oh,
Liam
gosh,
says-
right. Studio audience.
Molly Sugden lived 2 doors down to me when I was a kid. That is very good.
Your host for Cluedo, Chris Tarrant.
Oh.
Hello there, welcome to a brand new Cluedo. For the next 6 weeks,
Is that
I'll be
Matthew
inviting
Thingy?
Matthew Kelly.
Matthew Kelly.
you to sit back and try and solve the mystery of the murders at Arlington Grange. See if your wits are sharper and faster than tonight's celebrity guest detectives. They are, from Coronation Street, Sally Whittaker.
Mudsticks Webster.
Mudsticks Webster. Let's just enjoy this moment for a second.
Oh, Sally.
She's so hot.
Can you... Are you all
So
right at the moment? Because you seem to be...
So-
You seem to be...
She is one of TV's sexiest women.
Do you remember our mate Justin had a thing for Gail?
Yes, he did. He did.
You bet, Matthew Kelly.
That's quite a hairpiece. And not a hairpiece.
Michaela Strachan.
Michaela Strachan with a cap on.
Battling against them.
People you recognise from their hats. Michaela Strachan.
Yes.
TV presenter
That's a
Michaela.
classic hitman in her look.
What is...
And she's wearing a PVC bomber.
Yeah.
Strachan and actor John McArdle.
Oh, right,
Is,
yeah.
is that Billy
from Brookie.
Corkill or Jimmy Cork? That's Billy Corkill.
Billy.
Billy Corkill drove the car around on the garden when he...
Yeah.
'cause
Jimmy
he
was
was
the-
a scab. He was a scab.
Yes. And Jimmy Corkill was his older jailbird brother.
Yeah. Yeah. He was a scab. He was just trying to provide for his family.
Corkill.
Apparently Phil... What's his name? Phil Redmond offered
Yes.
Channel... Because they're doing all these one-offs for 40 years. He offered them a one-off Brookside and they said no.
What?
I'd love a one-off Brookside.
I'm still upset about that nurse that fell down the stairs.
I lost interest in Brookside when there was the incest storyline.
Oh yeah, it did start to get a little
Then
bit.
they had like a cult, didn't they? And then they had a siege and a bomb and all of that shit. I'd lost interest by that point because they did the what was so shocking about the Beth Jordache, the dad under the
So abusive
patio
dad gets an
and the
eye
gay
in the
kiss.
face. Was it an eye into the face?
Can't remember.
Was it a pan? The eye into the face might have been Little Mo to what's his name? What was her horrible husband called?
I don't
in
remember.
EastEnders. Mo, he was Scottish, like that.
Mo,
I'm coming for you, Mo.
That was an eye to the face, yeah. If anyone, Posh Junkies. Yeah, there were Posh Junkies. There was the guy from Storybox.
Yes.
It's like imagine the best sex you've ever had in your life. It's even better than that.
I don't want to imagine him having sex at all, if that's all right.
All right, here we go. So there's... Apparently Trevor Jordache is in The Devil's Hour. Yeah, so they had to get the lesbian kiss, which at the time was huge. Yeah. And then they like thought, right, what can we do next? Oh, we'll get brother and sister who are having sex with each other.
Yeah.
Jim says, eye into the face of Trevor. Jen is on that bit of her rewatch of the whole of EastEnders.
So what happened? To Mr. Jordache?
I want to say a poker.
Oh no, hang on. Trevor Jordache is Beth Jordache's dad. That was the eye into the face. So the other one was called Trevor as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, Trevor was Little Mo.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to look this up. Proceed without me. I'll catch you up.
Matthew always looked very excited.
I'm very excited indeed.
A lot of whispering going, a lot of writing on bits of paper. Right, well, now I can tell you once again it's a test of deduction and eventually, hopefully, elimination. Now, we want to know where it was done. We want to know what it was done.
Okay, so is there a series 3 of this?
Murdered by his wife.
A series. Let's go to series 3. Let's see who's in series 3. All right, let's watch the opening titles to series 3. Here we go, series 3.
A stranger lies dead in Arlington.
Lizette
Grange.
Anthony and Tom Baker, Biggins and Lewis Collins. Fucking hell, what a cast list.
Welcome to the 80s.
6 suspects.
Pam Ferris, Susan George.
But
in my younger years, when I had a fringe, someone said, a number of people said I look like Lizette Anthony.
Okay.
Is the killer?
You don't?
Thought, I like that.
Could it be?
Oh, I don't.
No.
Mrs. Peacock.
You look like the old secretary from May to December.
Do you know what? I'll take that.
Lady of the Manor and beautiful.
I saw Biggins the other day. I went and filmed this thing for Channel 5 about the jungle, and I saw Biggins. Tim Vincent was before me, and then Biggins was after me. And I talked to Biggins, but he is a horrible biphobe, so, you know.
Society hostess. Perhaps Colonel Mustard, military hero and intimate family friend. Is Reverend Green a saint or sinner? Is it Professor Plum, a man with a degree of suspicion?
Mandy stabbed Trevor Jordache. Do you remember? And then didn't Sinbad help him cover it up?
Quite possibly, yeah. Yeah, because he loved her, didn't he? Because she was a little bit... She
needed him. It was a lovely love story apart from the bloodshed.
Tom's putting it
I'm going to look up Mo now, little Mo.
Watch, just quickly look at Tom Baker's little montage.
Is it Professor Plum, a man with a degree of suspicion?
You can see it there.
We may at some point get to watch the actual show and play the game, but at the moment I'm just doing all of the opening titles.
Scarlet.
Little Mo and Trevor got a night yet, eye to the face.
Okay.
Mrs. Peacock's glamorous stepdaughter.
Oh, Miss Scarlet has
Mrs.
changed from Coo Stark to Lizette, okay.
Yeah.
Loyal housekeeper.
Pam Ferris.
And
perfect. It's perfect.
Devoted confidant.
Special guest Neil Morrissey. All right, so that's season 3. Let's go to season 4 and see who's in that.
If they did that now, who would be the lineup? Like a modern day lineup. So, Miss Scarlet. Who is the
I don't really know people anymore.
I reckon. All right, so.
You have a little think.
You are invited to a murder.
John Bird, Leslie Grantham, fucking hell. How can you have Leslie Grantham in Cluedo? He murdered a man. He murdered a man.
Well, I mean, it'd be a very short episode then, wouldn't it? He done it.
Was it Grantham again? Was it Grantham in the back of a cab with a shotgun? Because that's what he did.
A stranger lies dead
Jerry Hall and Joanna Lumley.
Okay, yeah.
in Arlington Grange.
Parsons and Liz
There are
Smith.
6
All right, this
suspects,
is great.
but which one is the
Parsons
killer?
would be a good Reverend Green. I hope it's Reverend Green.
Could it be Mrs. Peacock, lady of the manor and beautiful society host?
Who's that?
Lumley in a wig.
Lumley in a wig. Lumley in a wig.
Angry.
Lumley.
Can you do a Lumley angry? She just gave a flash of anger. Can you do it?
Lumley angry. What are those little men that she's always supporting? Gurkhas.
Little men? You mean honed, loyal?
I'd like a garden bridge for the Gurkhas.
Perhaps Colonel Mustard, military hero and intimate.
He did it. It was
Grantham.
him. It was him. We know it was him. It was him with his finger on the webcam.
Oh,
Family
God,
friend.
don't.
Is the Reverend Green a saint
Yes,
or a
perfect.
Oh, it's Alex Lowe.
Is it Professor Plum, a man with a degree of suspicion?
Who's that?
I don't know.
Miss Scarlet, Mrs. Peacock's glamorous stepdaughter.
Jerry
Miss
Hall.
Scarlet, if you don't mind.
Or Mrs. White, loyal housekeeper and devoted confidant.
Oh, no, that's the royal family's gran.
So we don't know who presented Series 1. Series 2 was Tarrant. Series 3 was Madeley. Let's do Series 4. Literally never seen this. What?
Come quickly.
Oh, I think this is just all the drama bits.
Oh.
Well, that's no good.
Oh, no, there's a panel.
There's a panel. Let's go to the panel.
And did what I did. Where there's a will, there's a way. I'm sorry, but it had to be this way.
No, it's just them. This makes it an insane watch.
Oh, God.
Cluedo Christmas special! Right, fucking hell, here we go. We're watching 5 different Cluedo opening titles.
Proper miserable weather there, isn't it?
Isn't it? Some people have paid for this. They're going, fuck, is this... Can we get a refund if this is what you get?
Us not watching Cluedo.
Ian Lavender, Derek Nimmo, this is brilliant. Well, Derek Nimmo's the
Nimmo's
vicar,
got to be the
obviously.
Reverend, yes.
Kate O'Mara.
Kate O'Mara.
Don't know who David Robb is.
There's your Miss Scarlet.
You are invited to a murder.
Joan, Sims and Toyah.
Who's
Fantastic.
Toyah going to be?
What a great pairing. Cluedo 5, The Voyage.
Arlington Grange, home of wealthy widow Elizabeth Peacock, society hostess
she's
and patron of the arts.
So that
A
means
woman
Toya's going to be Miss Scarlet.
with a reputation she would rather forget. Colonel Mustard, secret lover of Mrs. Peacock, a dashing military hero.
It's no
whose
secret.
glittering career hides a tarnished past. The Reverend Green, pastor of the parish, whose means of
Derek Nimmo. An awful man, some Derek Nimmo.
raising money are not heaven sent. Though a man of the cloth, he has feet of clay. Professor Plum,
He's packing a lot of follicle per centimetre, isn't he?
distant government advisor. But would his research methods stand the scrutiny of a microscope? Miss Scarlet, vivacious stepdaughter of Mrs. Peacock, whose lust for the
Come
high
off
life
it, come
will let
on.
nothing or no one stand in her way.
It's a mystery.
Joan
And
Sims,
Mrs.
here we
White,
go.
For the past 15 years,
I should
friend
sound like
and
Grandma
housekeeper
Florence.
to Mrs. Peacock. But what dark secrets did she bring to Arlington Grange? 6 people, all with murder on their minds.
Who this?
Who the fuck is this?
Is that Barry from EastEnders?
Good evening and welcome to a special Christmas.
It's James
Okay.
Bellini.
I was wondering what happened to that fella.
James Bellini, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome to the stage. Who the fuck is James Bellini?
Did he invent those little Open sandwich things.
James Bellini. It's a cruel business. It's a cruel business. James Bellini.
Have you seen it?
James, I think he's an author. Well, there's one that's a futurologist. Cluedo, British game show. James Bellini. Production, who done it? Hang on a minute. Hold the line. Format. Cast. Controversy. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
In the second episode of the 4th season, Colonel Mike Mustard murdered former comrade and property developer Sir Nigel Hussey with a G-string in the kitchen. A short time after the episode aired, the producers received a letter that was written by the family of one Felix Reese, who himself was a taxi driver who was shot in the head by Leslie Grantham, the actor playing Colonel Mustard, while the future star of EastEnders was a soldier stationed in Germany. The Reeses found it distasteful that someone who performed an illegal killing as a soldier would be cast as someone who performed an illegal killing as a soldier.
Oh my God.
Fuck. Matthew Wright from The Sun asked Grantham about the irony of this turn at a press conference, which angered the actor. Right, hang on a minute. Leslie Grantham. Matthew Wright. David Van Day dumps his... Oh, it's all that shit. All right. Okay, all right. All right. Let's get to Bellini.
That reminds me of the opening credits to Dark Towers. Did you watch that at school?
No. Oh, I've seen it. We didn't watch it at school, but I'm aware of it, yeah.
Dark Towers. I think it was Words and Pictures.
Let's get to Bellini.
Good evening and welcome to a special Christmas Cluedo. Now, in tonight's murder mystery, our investigations indicate that one of these 6 weapons was used to commit the crime. Was it this knife? Or the candlestick?
Oh, fuck you know.
Maybe it was the rope.
What on earth?
Diaries have led us to identify these 6 murder suspects.
His delivery reminds me a bit of when they let the coppers do a bit on Crime Watch.
Yeah.
Do you recognise this man?
Was it the hostess, Mrs. Peacock? Her stepdaughter, Miss Scarlett? Her housekeeper, Mrs. White?
Got more
Perhaps it
acting
was
their asses
Professor
off.
Plum? Or his rival in love, Colonel Mustard? Not forgetting, of course, the Reverend Green. You can see it now, can't you?
Yes.
Oh, it's Tosh's mate from The Bill.
Isn't it?
Yes. Yes, I was thrown by Mrs. Peacock, and although he was in love with yes, it is Miss Scarlett, but of course it wasn't in the study. It was in the library.
Which weapon?
What? With the knife, because she lied to Mrs. White about the knife.
Oh, he's quite angry about it.
He knows they're acting, right? He knows it's Toya.
Does he know he's not a real copper?
Mother's taken the knife, thereby putting the blame onto her mother and her stepmother about the knife. She already had the knife.
Miss Scarlett did it. Who said that?
Miss Scarlett.
The knife
with
in the
knife
library.
You are right on all 3 assumptions.
Here we go.
Yes, it was me. With the knife in the library.
Yes, it was me. I did the murder with the knife in the library.
At first I was going to kill Mike, Colonel Mustard. Well, wouldn't you if you'd been betrayed by someone you loved, who all the time was planning to marry your stepmother. Anyhow, that's why I went to the study.
She's not I like Toya a lot. She's not the best actress in the world, but
She's doing this angry acting. Yes, I did. And what of it?
That would fit the gun I'd been.
Gatford says, so if Toya did it, it's not a mystery.
A mystery solved.
Took you 20 years, Gary, but you got a funny in eventually. Well done. Look forward to the next one as I approach 70.
And then he came in that Father Christmas outfit and told me how the chauffeur was.
Oh, don't bring
really
Santa
Richard
into it.
Forrest, and how he is trying to blackmail my mother into giving him the house. Then I realized how. If I was, it's a pity he didn't live long enough to learn that he had the correct answers.
So there you have it. Vivian Scarlett, scheming to the last, stabs to death the real Richard Forrest.
Merry Christmas!
In the library.
Don't have nightmares. Sleep well.
Oh, that's it. I want to see who's in it. All right. Well,
Sorry, Yoko's come as close as she can to the mic without being on camera to have a good old scratch with a massive bell.
Yeah, Catherine, don't be so hard on yourself. You're not a massive bell. You're an average-sized bell. Ladies and gentlemen, we're done. We are done for this evening. I just want to see if there is anybody, any of our people, that are twitching.
Like a Halloween neckerchief.
Thank you, everyone. That was a lot of fun. We're back tomorrow at 7. Everyone, that was a... Oh, that's me. No, there's none of our people. So we won't. Thank you. Thank you for all of the Twitch subs. The Twitch subs are different to the Patreon subs. If you want 2 of these shows a week and podcasts and access to hundreds of hours of stuff, go to patreon.com/Ian and Catherine, patreon.com/IAIN and Catherine with a K. This will be uploaded to YouTube probably tomorrow. I reckon we'll have a couple of copyright bits in it because that's just the way it goes from time to time. Back tomorrow at 7. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, viewers. Till